Must be the new thing.
Okay.
Hello? Oh, there it goes. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah.
Yeesh.
Loud and clear. Wow,
Awesome.
a lot better than usual, actually.
That's because I'm using a headset.
Hey.
Look, me too.
Fancy.
Not really. Have it on.
So you wanted to know how Channel Divinity works, yeah?
Yeah.
So I think it's once per long rest for you. And there are several things that you can use it on. Let me pull it up. What's your subclass?
You talking about my oath?
Yeah.
Yeah. Vengeance.
Okay. Oh, I like vengeance. There it is. Channel Divinity. Yeah, so Channel Divinity has its instructions on up here.
Oh, he's one of those paladins.
Yeah,
Vengeful paladins.
those are my least favorite kind.
Actually, you get it once per short rest.
They're the kind that starts the holy wars, the
Yeah.
crusades, mass murder. Yeah, those guys.
Okay, so this is cool about Vengeance Paladin. So you can choose to do, for a bonus action once per short rest, you can gain advantage on attack rolls on one creature for 10 minutes. That's
You mean for 1 minute?
Yep. 1 minute, 10 feet of you. It has to be 10 feet of you. Then abjure enemy. They have to make a save against your spell modifier, against your spell save, your spell DC, and otherwise they're frightened. And while they're frightened, they can't move. So that's
I
cool
can
too.
only use one of those once per short rest.
Correct.
But I could cast both of them at the same battle.
No. You have to use. So Channel Divinity, the Channel Divinity class feature, you only get to use that once per short rest, and you can use it either on Abjure Enemy or Vow of Enmity.
Okay. All right. Interesting. But that doesn't take a spell slot, right?
No.
Nope.
Okay.
The rich keeps on getting richer.
That's funny.
Wow, everything's gonna be good.
Oh, let's do clerics. Okay. So a little housekeeping before we start the actual game. As you may have noticed, Natalie is not here. She actually teaches piano on Tuesday nights, from 7 to 7:45. So the plan is for her to be joining us later. But this is something that would happen pretty much every week. So we have a few options. One, we can just kind of roll with this, see how it goes, how big of a disruption it is, and while she's not around, effectively, I would control her character, but just have it on default, for doing much outside of combat. Alternatively, who knows what will happen to her character? She might leave. She might die. We could come up with some more permanent way that she is out of the picture. And I don't really remember what the distribution was when people were voting for times. We could theoretically just try to move this to Thursday if that works for people. But I feel like we probably picked Tuesday for a reason. So unless it's unanimous that Thursday would be preferable, probably stick with this.
I wouldn't be able to do Thursdays.
Okay, well, there we go. So yes, that's about it.
Is Natalie okay with just joining 45 minutes late?
Yeah, I mean.
Oh, is it just? It's not that long.
It's not that long.
Okay.
And,
yeah, that shouldn't be too big a deal.
How long we take to get started? Sometimes it might be okay.
I asked all my questions to Amber in the first 45 minutes.
Yeah, that would be awesome. So do you guys want to go through mainly for my benefit and just kind of like say what you did when you became 3rd level? Like, you know, if you had to pick a subclass, what subclass you picked and stuff like that. And I don't know. Well,
Should we roll for initiative?
That seems unnecessary. Does everyone see people in the same order on the bottom? Like I see Andrew and then Cade and then John and then Kevin and then Noah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see everybody like normal.
Let's start with Andrew on the left and we'll just make our way over.
Okay. Well, I don't get a subclass at level 3. I just get a special feature.
Loser.
Yeah, wait till you see me use my new class feature.
Okay.
And you already know what that class feature is. It's that big wall of text thing I told you about.
Yeah, my memory's not always. Oh yes, I know what you're talking about. Okay. Is that really? So other than that, you just got.
Well, other than that, my psi point limit went up, and my psi point pool went up a lot. I also got an extra. I got an extra discipline and a talent.
Okay. Cool. Cade.
Hi. I'm Cade. I'm. Oh. Wait. Wrong meeting. Let's see. What did I do? I traded out one of my level 1 spells for. I traded out Charm Person for Witch Bolt, and I added a level 2 spell, Levitation. And yeah. And I increased my level 1 spell slots from 3 to 4, and I have 2 level 2 spell slots now, and I have an extra sorcery point, and I picked I picked meta magic, quickened spell, and twinned spell.
Now we wouldn't know this information in game, would we?
I mean, you guys. I'm not sure, one, that you really know what quicken spell or twin spell means yourself, so I'm not overly worried about it. And 2, it's not like your characters wouldn't keep each other, you know, somewhat up on your powers and abilities and things. Other than Amber, I think you guys are all pretty much convinced you're on the same team. So.
I do have a question.
Don't worry about that paladin guy.
I have a question about Witch Bolt and the critical hit.
Okay.
Can it critical hit? Or
Does it? Do you have to like aim it to hit somebody with it?
well, okay, so there's like a oh, do I have to aim it?
You have to for the first time. It's like a tether. You hit the first time, and then you can keep using it each successive turn.
Keep concentration.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you'd be fine. So if you roll for that first one, you would get a critical hit on that, but I wouldn't give you a critical hit on every subsequent one.
Okay. Okay, so as long as I've checked the can crit, then it might critical hit sometimes when I cast a spell. Is that how it works?
Yeah, so it should only be if you get like a natural 20.
Okay.
You crit, get some extra damage. John?
Let's see. Well, while I was staying in my room, I was doing some meditation, and I remember some old teaching from my master,
What's
who I
his
don't
name?
talk about anymore. And I remember some of the things. So I got up from meditating, and I started practicing these moves in my room. And after through the whole night, I learned the open hand technique.
Okay.
And that involved a bunch of flashy moves that to the to someone that doesn't know anything about our way of life, wouldn't know. I mean, it'd just be hard for them to understand.
Okay.
But I'm sure you can find it in some book somewhere.
You also now have the ability to deflect missiles. Is that true?
Oh, yes.
It's pretty cool.
It's all right.
I learned that ability because Veneer has this nasty habit of shooting arrows at me.
We'll test it out in game sometime.
All right, Phoenix.
Wait, is it not Veneer?
Not on my screen.
Oh. Well,
They say
all
the
right.
best for last.
Let's see. I gain. Well, where is it at? Divine immunity. I think that's what it's called. No, divine health. I'm basically immune to diseases. I'm assuming forever.
Yep.
And then I took an oath of vengeance. And the two oath spells is abjure enemy. Do you want me to just put this on the chat? Would that be easier?
You gotta describe it.
No, this is fine.
Okay.
Yeah, so Andrew kind of went over your channel divinity thing. And
Yeah.
you now also have access to the spells Bane and Hunter's Mark.
Wait, really?
Yep.
Ah, dang it.
Which you might not be using tonight, but you know.
Well, time to look over more stuff.
Yeah, so Bane is like the exact opposite of Bless, right? So you do it on enemies and they like subtract stuff, I think. And then Hunter's Mark is like you can basically pick one person that I think you can track slightly better, and then you would do additional damage to them, and you can like move the mark around with a bonus action. If you watch Critical Role, you've probably seen that get forgotten many times.
Nope.
Okay. And Veneer.
I need to put
Yeah,
that in
so I have like my ranger archetype is hunter, so that just means that I'm supposed to be like a barrier between like society and the rest of the outside dangerous world or something like that. And then detect magic with a spell, and I have this thing called primeval awareness, which lets me like sense or something like that. So it's
Could you try that on Amber?
yeah, I can.
Your mastery of Ranger lore allows you to establish a powerful link to the beasts and land around you. I'm not exactly sure what you're trying to say about Amber there, John. I think she's a beast.
Well, she's pretty raggedy right now, so we're not really sure what she is.
She is pretty raggedy. So what did you pick for your Hunter's Prey?
Hunters.
So are you a Colossus Slayer, a Giant Killer, or a Horde Breaker?
I thought that was for the next level, but
Hunter. You said Hunter, right?
So, yeah.
Okay.
I guess I didn't do that right then.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
do that later though.
Yeah, you'd also just get more bonuses. So.
Yeah, we can do that. I can fix that later. Sorry. I didn't see that.
Oh, some of this is pretty cool. When you hit a creature with a weapon attack, the creature takes an extra 1d8 damage if it's below its hit point maximum. You can do that once per turn.
He's like, yeah, I'll take that.
Well, that's specifically to Colossi.
It doesn't. I mean, is that correct? Maybe I need to read this thing.
My beast, like,
Oh, well, maybe not
get,
then.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to specify that at all. Which
it's just if it's below if it's damaged already. Yeah. Huh. Wow.
It still
That's
seems
interesting.
pretty nice.
Yeah, you can use
Giant Killer also sounds really good. Jeez. Yeah, you have some nice options there, Veneer. Okay.
I have to look into it later.
You didn't say that about my open hand technique.
I mean, open hand is also very cool. I'm not sure you got as many options once you leveled up as Veneer did. I mean, you can choose between dexterity or strength saving throws, so that's cool for your enemy. Okay. So I guess I'll just quickly summarize, and you guys can correct anything that I get wrong from last time. But essentially, you found a dwarf claiming to be Amber.
Thank you.
In that cage. You ended up breaking her out. You kind of explored the rooms, found a secret passageway to get out. You left what looked like a booby-trapped treasure chest unmessed with. There was some like ritual things in that second room. As you were attempting to leave through the tunnel, Galandin accidentally set fire to it. And so then you all kind of had this mad blitz to get out, during which there were some heroic and not so heroic acts. You all made it out alive, so that's good. Then you pretty much just made your way back to town and largely just went straight to bed.
Real quick, from leveling up, sorry, does our armor class increase, or our speed, or any of our core stats?
Most of the time, no. So on some specific levels, you get ability levels that go up. Your HP should have increased. So
HP did, yeah.
I think you all did that. And then like so for armor classes, usually pretty rare to level up through like ability score increases. Like a monk might get away with it because of wisdom and death stuff, but most people don't. I guess dexterity for anyone who's not really armored could increase your armor class. But for someone like Phoenix, he's probably going to be capped out at 19 until he finds better gear.
I have to increase my HP.
Wait, you can go higher than 19?
Yeah. It would, yes. Yeah. Any other questions or anything?
No. Okay. Just making sure. I followed the book, so I didn't see it say to increase any of those things. So just make sure. Okay.
Yeah, I think almost all classes at level 4 get like ability score upgrades. So that's kind of
cool.
Sweet.
I might be able to get some wisdom at level 4, I think.
Okay, so y'all slept through the night. Assuming you get up and recline to meet in the tavern. However, Amber, probably due to her exhaustion or whatever, is continuing to sleep for now, and will not be joining you in the common room immediately. What will you do?
I walk past her door and bang on it. It's time to wake up.
You hear some sort of groan from the inside, and that's about it.
I'll let her sleep it out. And I walk to the main tavern area.
Okay. Oh, and also over the evening, I believe, Alden, you were identifying your jar.
Yes.
Okay, so what you have discovered is that was there was a gem inside that jar, a red gem, and you have found out that it is actually a gem that has bound a mephit to it, which is kind of like an elemental creature. And so you have learned that this mephit's name is Strusslin. If you want to talk to him, there you go, I guess. And that if you throw this, if you shatter this gem, right? So if you throw the bottle with the gem in it or whatever, it would create a 46 fireball centered on wherever the gem is thrown, and would obviously be one-time use.
So it's a one-time use fireball?
Yes.
Dang, I want that.
Man, 4 elixir, that's a lot of value.
I want a fireball.
And it was 4d6, did you say?
Yes.
Okay.
4d6.
I think I'm gonna tell the group. Wait, are we doing something right now? What are we all doing right now?
We're just eating breakfast down at the old tavern.
Didn't Phoenix attune to his sword also during the night?
Yeah, I believe. Did I already give you the details on the sword?
Yeah, you already gave me the detail. Something about actually. Can you?
You want the details again? I believe it's.
Yeah, it's just the second half of it because I know it's like +1 damage against devils and fiend. I didn't get the last half, but
And then like if there's any within 120 feet, it will like create little motes of light.
Oh, right.
it's been 20 feet. I put 5 for some reason. Okay.
Yeah, that would not be super helpful. I think it's 120. You can. Yeah. Yep, 120 feet.
Okay, that makes a lot more sense. I was about to say 5 feet would suck.
If you don't see it at 5 feet, must have rolled a 1 perception.
Gallandine, you were saying?
I'm gonna tell the group that I'm gonna ask around maybe a bit to see if what the people know about like the chapel, and maybe Lathander, the god of light. Because
Right. I should grab my notes. Be right back.
Maybe if anybody's ever heard of Rowena Fiss. So I'll start by asking the tavern owner guy.
Okay. Yeah. So you make your way up to the bar, and yeah, Delb, I believe his name is still back there. And you're just asking general questions about the chapel.
Yeah, the chapel for now. So what's he know about the chapel?
Oh well, I mean the chapel is cursed. You know, I see that you guys have actually returned, so I'm assuming you didn't actually go up there, which was a very smart decision on your part. To be honest, I didn't really expect you guys to make a wise decision there.
We did actually go into the chapel, and we came out of it
Oh,
unscathed.
oh well, then you probably are more aware of the curse than I.
Yes, and I found a book that has references to Lathander, the god of light. Do you know anything about?
It's like, it's just kind of like Lathander is a pretty well known god, so even like your character would kind of know that he's. What all did I send in those? Yeah, so he's generally perceived as a good guy, right?
So I'm trying to more so wondering, was that chapel set up, originally before it was cursed? Like, did they worship Lathander there? Or is that why I found that book there, perhaps? Or
so yes, let me think. Lightwatch. Oh, it's been around for a long time now. There's rumors and myths, and I'm not entirely sure what is true. But yes, I heard that the person who founded this inn, the coach here, my great grandfather, he had a friend who was a priestess of some sort, and was dedicated to Lathander, and so she came by and I believe built the chapel, and for a while I think everything was going well, and then something happened to her and like her husband, or they went up there, and I think they were the first people to never return. And as far as I can recall, it's been cursed ever since.
do you remember her name?
No, I remember she was a tiefling.
Would the name Rowena Fiss ring any bell?
You know, that might have been it. You know, those tieflings, they have kind of strange names after all. Yeah, you know, that's yeah, I think that was it, actually, yes.
Interesting.
Well, yeah, how did you come across that name?
I found a book that had her name on the front cover.
Oh, okay. Well, what did the book, you know, say anything about the chapel?
Yes. Prayers to Lathander. Scripts and memoirs.
So what did you all find up there?
It was horrible. I had to single-handedly save all of my companions from death.
Wow.
And it was very cursed, but thanks to me, we're still alive.
Did you find anybody up there? I mean, any?
We did, unfortunately, not. It was who we were looking for, but we're still going to be looking, see if we can find anyone else.
Okay. Well, I hope you do. So you're going to be going back up there then?
I believe that's the plan. I'll have to speak to my comrades.
Is it safe up there now?
For us, since I'm with the crew, it should be safe.
Okay. Well, I hope you guys. I hope you do go up there, and if you know you find anyone, or if you happen to find a silver belt buckle with like a bird on it, I'd be interested in knowing that as well.
Silver belt buckle with a bird. I'll definitely tell everyone to keep an eye out.
Well, I appreciate that. Wish you all the best of luck.
Thank you. See you.
Did we ever get his name?
Elb.
Delb, D-E-L-B. I think you got it the first time around.
Oh. No, that's.
I relayed to the group what was
Surprised I didn't have that down.
So did you really tell that guy that you saved us all?
I didn't tell you guys that I told him that.
Who was it that you were talking to?
Delb, the tavern owner,
Oh, the tavern owner.
the guy who's missing his son. Does it the stable chick?
The tiefling?
Yeah, the tiefling.
Let's see.
Well, I think we should start heading up there. Amber's going to be a little bit of a dead weight until we can get her some equipment. So we might see if we can get that chest open. It's most likely to have her stuff in it.
Yep.
But
Yeah.
there's like skeletons out there.
Then you know what we should do? Kill them.
Yeah. Guys, this
But there's
is,
also spiders.
you know what, guys, I really feel like after last night, I can take on, I just gotten so much more powerful. We could probably take on anything right now, or never really.
I'll leave a note to have Amber catch up with us if she feels ready.
What if she runs away?
Is that a bad thing? Oh,
Well, we still need the axe.
we need the axe.
She doesn't have that right now.
Are you trying to volunteer yourself to stay behind?
I'm
Oh,
just saying.
we could try to find the axe and then leave her here.
So I'm actually going to use my. Oh wait, no.
Are you gonna mind read her?
Oh, what if you put like an alarm on her door? What if you cast alarm on her door and you'll
Oh, I
know when she
can't.
leaves?
Alarm won't work once we get out of range, I think. Once we head to the temple.
No,
Can we set a booby trap
I don't know if it has a range.
and put a note on the door saying this is booby trap, do not open?
Do we also tell the tavern owner that we've locked someone possibly dangerous in your room?
I don't know if we want to make Amber that suspicious of us. She could be good.
Us. She's the suspicious one.
You just have to be You just have to be within 1 mile of the warded area.
How far
How
away?
far away is the chapel?
It's about 2 miles north of you guys.
Conveniently.
Conveniently 1 mile
This
north.
was established. Yeah, 1 mile and 10 feet, I believe.
You can shoot arrows, right? So just say 10 feet within. Well, do you guys need more, I don't know, equipment? I don't know, something? Can I go find a health potion?
You should have health potions.
You took a long rest, so you should have all.
Yeah, you should have all your health back, right?
Yeah, but I mean, this is for, like, what if a spider bit me?
I don't think you have to worry about that, bro.
Kevin can lay on hands and heal you.
We got a cleric. That's our job.
Okay.
We killed
I
like
do-
a giant skeleton, man. Come on.
Should we, like, report the suspicious activity and maybe this hag to, I don't know, an official of the town, someone that's in charge, maybe the local.
We're the ones with authority to deal with this crisis right here.
Did you see anyone in this town that looked capable of dealing with a hag?
Yeah, so as you guys have like come and gone, you know, like to call this thing a town is not really even accurate. It's more like a crossroads that has a stable, an inn, and a blacksmith. Like there's not townsfolk.
Oh, really?
How come Laura and Delb are so secretive about their love for each other? I assumed it was a larger.
Yeah, for real.
Huh.
There's many reasons that might not have come up in casual conversation.
Especially maybe with a racist dragonborn. Okay.
Fine.
Well,
We can.
Carm,
let's-
you can wait here and look for
Let's leave
potions.
a note for Amber. At least tell her where we're at.
Okay. Are you coming with us to the chapel then, Carm?
I will lead the way.
There could be
boy.
black widows or tarantulas.
Oh yeah, gotta watch out for those.
You know, that's why we have our big, vengeful paladin.
He can take his vengeance out on those spiders, man. They bit him once.
Man, I got 9 HP. That's sweet. I guess you guys are wondering what that was.
What are you talking about?
Oh, sorry.
What's an HP?
What do you mean you got 9 HP? I see 7.
+2.
Plus,
No, that includes the +2 modifier.
Well, I got 7 HP.
Kevin, like, always trying to cheat. Yeah, let's
armor class without, a little bit of number.
What?
Okay. Well,
Carm, go write a note, and we'll leave right after that.
I don't know how to write.
Can you write? Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone
Just
who-
tell the innkeep. I'm sure she'll come out of her room eventually.
Yeah, I'll go tell Delb. Hey, Delb.
Hi.
Amber's sleeping. The girl we found, she's pretty worn and ragged. She seemed to be being held captive, so she'll be sleeping for a while. Could you inform her we're heading back to the chapel if and when she wakes up?
I'm sure
yes.
she'll want to go back and visit that place again.
I'll let her know. But
Yeah.
where she goes after that, it's up to her.
Wow.
Great.
Okay.
Thanks.
All right, so I'll start walking out the door towards the chapel.
Yeah, as we get outside, I say to the group, maybe should we ask him to keep tabs on her in case she does try to go to the axe and leave us?
Oh,
Let's just tell him to tell her that we already have the axe and we're going up to the chapel.
Good.
That's a good idea.
I'll go tell him.
Somebody
Hey.
with a good persuasion.
Deception.
Yeah.
Deception. Hey, Del, one more thing. Could you inform Amber if she comes and talks to you that we have the axe with us? She'll know what it means.
Oh, sure. Right.
Great,
We can do that.
Don't even worry about checking to see where it is. We have it for sure.
I speak to him telepathically. Does he know what axe we're talking about?
You kind of like see his eyes widen. You know, he kind of like looks around. he says out loud, "No."
Also, I don't know if that comes through to me back telepathically, but right now I can tell if anybody's lying to me if they're speaking to me telepathically.
Ooh.
Okay. We'll say, you know, like it also would. He's also thinking the word "no" as he says it, and it's truthful. He has no idea what you guys are talking about.
Cool.
All right.
Wait. Also ask him, what does he think about the tiefling?
He thinks she's pretty cool.
Oh, okay, cool. Not that I was interested. I just wanted to know if, you know.
Right, yeah.
Okay, let's go.
That's not heading out.
Go to the chapel.
All right, you guys, you know where it is. You head back up there. You see it in the distance. You cross through the trees. You're kind of getting to the tree line.
So since that tunnel collapsed, we should probably go back down to if we're going to the chest, we should probably,
go back through the
free
chapel.
tunnel collapsing. That thing was poorly constructed, right? So yeah, we should probably go back through the hole in the chapel.
Yeah, so before we get there, I kind of want to look around and make sure there's no skeletons walking around though. So like,
okay, so you guys kind of come up to the tree line. You want to roll perception?
Yeah. Oh,
All of us, or
just Veneer.
sorry, just 1 second.
oh, don't worry, we've got all sorts of time.
Perception.
Hey.
Okay. Yeah, as best as you can tell, nothing's shambling around. No glints in windows, anything like that.
But
Guys,
do remember that when we were fighting that big skeleton, as soon as we killed him, all the other skeletons just fell to the ground.
Yeah,
So I don't know that we have much to worry about in that area.
true.
Well, but the big skeleton was clearly summoned magically, I think. I mean, those things don't just exist as far as I know, right? So
Well, this crystal here was in his skull and was like part of his skull. I doubt that he was summoned. He may have been at one point, but I suspect he's been around for quite some time.
Yeah,
Okay.
so I believe, Andrew, that you still actually have like the entirety of the skull. Right?
Yeah, I haven't worked on chipping it away yet.
that's creepy, you creeper. Okay.
Yeah,
Go
that's
for us,
the
that's
creepy
all.
part about me.
Oh, and the door is still like busted down, right? So we can like see inside probably as we walk up.
Yeah.
Because remember, Kevin, you like broke
Well,
it.
Yeah, I broke the side door.
you guys broke the side door. Are you going in the side door? Are you going in the front door? Are you going in the little annex door? Guess I can move you to the.
This is the door on the left.
I'm heading, for the door that Phoenix
Yeah.
went in, and Phoenix and Alden went in.
Oh, I'm gonna go straight through the front doors.
Samesies.
Okay. You guys, some of you you're like splitting up now, and some of you are going in the left door, and some of you are going in the front door.
What else is new?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going through the left door.
That's
Yeah,
good.
I'll follow Phoenix since he is got a good tank.
Yeah, I meant I was going through that door as well, the side door.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
By
So
the front
everyone
door.
except Carm is going in the side door.
I see all my friends going to the left door. I decided to go to the left door.
All right. You enter the left door. It looks very much like you left it. There's piles of skeletons, one particularly large pile, all of which have been kind of rummaged through before. You see, the trap door is still there. I don't recall if you left it open. I think you left it open, so the trap door is still flung open.
Is there a bell?
There's no bell. There's never been a bell. The light, the morning light is coming in through the windows, two of which, broken with glass on the ground in front of them.
Alright, so I start heading down the trap
door. Yeah.
Carm, you should probably go next, right?
Can I close that door?
You can close that door.
I will go down with him.
Okay.
And I guess we all probably go down.
Yeah.
I'll go down too.
Okay, you guys all go down. There's still, there's a lot of tiny spiders. You see the corpse of the big spider. The tiny spiders, I guess.
Try to climb back up.
I kick him back down.
But they're not picking any fights with you guys. So you get to the bottom of this place. You're back in that kind of that earthen room. You see the doorway leading into that dark tunnel, which is not collapsed yet as far as you can.
Galadin, you stay out here.
I suggest someone else proceed down the tunnel before me.
I'll go.
Can I see if this tunnel has been disturbed recently besides what we did to it already?
You want to do investigation? Okay. I mean, you remember that this tunnel was like a good 15 minutes travel time, so probably around a mile long itself. And as best that you can tell, it doesn't look disturbed. It looks the same. Like a dark tunnel.
Carm, does anything look out of place to you?
No, I think it's just the way we left it. Probably it's a little cleaner, I think.
So if we're heading down the tunnel, by the time we get about 30 feet away, I want to be leading the group and turn on tremor sense.
I think the tunnel's pretty narrow. If you want to be in the front at any point, you should probably be in the front now. I don't think you're going to get past us at a certain point.
Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll lead down.
You are 30 feet in advance. I'm trying to pull up that order we had before to see. All right, so we have Alden, and then you said Phoenix next?
Yeah.
Okay. And then I'm going to do Veneer, and then Galandan, and then Carm. That's acceptable. That's your traditional marching order, slightly modified. Okay, so you turn on tremor sense. I believe that lasts for a minute.
Yeah, but so that's why I meant by the time we get about 30 feet away from the exit of the tunnel is when I turn that off.
Oh, the exit. Okay, not the entrance. I get you. Okay. Sure. Okay, you guys are traveling down. Takes around 15 minutes or so, and then you see that turn up ahead where the wall was starting to get a little more finished, a little more well cut, and so Alden turns on tremor sense and kind of pays attention to any rustling. I guess I should. But you don't sense any movement or anything like that in this room. So you guys make your way back into the room. Again, it looks pretty much how you remember it. The page is still beaten and busted, no longer kind of frozen, but all bent out of shape in the corner. The wooden door is bashed in. Yeah, you're back.
And then I just want to go towards, I'm just going to be like, where's my tool? Right here at the doorway and just see what I feel from beyond the room and into that secret passage. Or the other room beyond.
Okay, yeah, I'll go ahead and let you guys actually see this. Yes, I think it was distracting. I can figure out how it works. Can you see it?
Yep.
Right.
So
as
no
we-
movement in that room either?
No, I'm sorry. No movement in that room either.
Okay.
You still see the white skeleton, next to the cauldron in the ground. You see the golden skeleton bones lying in another cage. You see the cot, and next to behind the cot is the open tunnel. It looks like it's because it's so dark, you can't actually tell that the tunnel's collapsed yet.
All right. So I'm gonna go toward the collapsed tunnel and grab like a rock.
Okay.
And throw it at the chest.
Wait, what? Hold on.
the chest.
So I'm aiming to throw.
Pardon me?
I'm aiming the rock to throw, pulling back my arm. Nobody seems to be stopping me, so
Wait,
I go ahead.
I reach out and
Okay. Use your missile
grab the
defense.
rock out of midair.
Nice. I'm like, what?
I don't have to roll for that, do I?
Athletics roll.
Yeah, okay. You know what? Cade, you go ahead and roll athletics to see how well you throw this thing. And then
Classic.
shouldn't be too difficult for you. How does this work? Deflect missiles. Let's learn these.
Deflect missile.
If it hits,
As a reaction, I grab.
That's a reaction. No, it's fine.
so if it hits you, you can use your reaction to lower the damage, and if you lessen it to 0, you catch it.
Okay, we'll say you are putting yourself in. Like you are attempting to catch this thing, right? So.
It is that potion.
Yeah. 1d10. All right, roll a d10, John. Or just do your 1d10.
A D10.
And then what's your dex? Okay, I mean you've caught this thing easily. You get d10 plus 3 plus whatever your dex modifier is. That pebble was not going to do, 12-ish points of damage.
Can I throw it back at him?
You can. Sure, you can throw it back at him.
Okay, I'm gonna try and dodge it.
I turn around, aim at the chest, and I throw it at.
So I'm gonna try and dodge it.
I just drop it. I was like, hey, maybe we should use a bit of finesse to open this chest.
Oh, okay.
So I tell Phoenix, hey, why don't you try your hand at it?
So the chest is booby trapped, right?
Yeah.
No, it's perfectly safe. Kevin, go try it.
No.
Oh yeah. I
Phoenix,
forgot.
try it.
Yeah. It's safe. Go ahead, Munir.
You know what I?
We
Yeah.
have a,
Someone has some lockpick tools, right?
I think that's Munir.
Yeah, I do. But can I use detect magic to see if there's any magical things going on inside this chest before
We've
I
done
open
that. There is magic. We know this. I
it? So
think.
we're cool with
We know
opening
it's
it.
booby trapped. Do we know it's magical though?
Oh, I thought we did. Maybe not.
Yeah, so I believe Alden last time did an investigation on the
Yeah.
he saw
Oh,
what looked
okay,
like
sweet.
a small thread that is going like from the lock mechanism into the chest, which looks rather suspicious.
So
No Arcana check or anything like that was performed.
if you want to lend me or give me those thieves' tools, I might be able to disarm the trap. I happen
can-
to be quite good at these things.
I can do that. I'm actually not very good with them.
I'm actually
What
very
I-
good with them.
What I learned.
I'm going to back up to the other side of the room.
So I just hand him the thieves tools.
I'm gonna back up behind Carm.
Meat shield.
I know.
After I hand them to him, the tools to him, I kind of step back and start watching him, but I like get my short swords out just in case something crazy.
You are prepared.
And then I tell Carm to be careful and maybe get a little bit farther away.
Yeah, I asked Phoenix if I can borrow his shield.
I said no. I'm using the shield. I'm using the shield.
Okay, so you guys are like all huddled in the opposite corner
No,
or something?
I'm like in the middle of the room, just looking.
All right, very.
I'm standing right behind Alden, like 5 feet behind him. Yeah.
I'll stand beside the cauldron, behind the cauldron.
I'm over here, kind of hiding behind the bars.
Wow, I see my party has a lot of faith in me today.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, we just, someone needs to tell your family that you died.
Yeah, I don't have any of that.
I'm over here.
I'm sorry.
Oh.
Right here.
Well, someone needs to bury you.
This is true.
You could be like a skeleton in the room. Nobody knows who it is.
Okay, so you guys have all arranged yourselves.
Clerk's back.
6 degrees. All right. Alden, you are going to make a dexterity. I don't think the character sheet has like a thieves tool check.
No, but it would be a dex check, and it would be, with my proficiency modifier and stuff. But I'm also going to cast Precognitive Hunch.
Okay.
So I'm marking that off real quick.
He did.
Gentlemen, can you cast like a shield on him?
I can only do it to myself.
That's
Could
so
you stand in front of him?
Could you like stand right next to him and cast it?
Yeah. Get like right there.
Just hug him.
Yeah.
Sorry, is someone blessing me? Is that what's going on?
No, they're talking about.
Kevin's going to lay his hand on you.
Galadin's gonna hug you.
Do you do that?
No, I'm still standing behind the guard. I don't think it would work. It's really only for myself.
Wow.
I mean,
All right, if you guys are ready, I'm going to do this.
I can attempt to catch any projectiles.
From that far back.
All right, I'm just going to do it.
Do it.
Hey.
19.
Ooh.
Okay, all right. So you're fiddle with this chest, and that is sleight of hand. You have proficiency in sleight of hand.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So you're working on this chest. It's taking you a while. Actually, yeah. So the thieves tool came with like 4 of these. I don't know much about thieves tools in real life, but 4 of these essential, picks. And so you're working at it, and one of the picks actually breaks about halfway through. So you'd be down to 3 of those now.
Okay.
But with the next one, you successfully manage to. You hear a slight click, right? And so you believe that you have now successfully unlocked the chest. But I'm assuming you don't immediately open it, as there still seems to be that trap. If you would like to, you can make a sleight of hand check for disarming the trap.
Well, that was actually my intent the first time before I intended to unlock it, was to disarm the trap first.
Well, then you probably did not break you probably didn't actually really need to. Well, we'll say same thing happened. Yeah, you have disarmed the trap, but you're down to 3 of these thieves tools.
Okay, and then you want me to make one more sleight of hand to unlock?
Yes.
Okay.
But Phoenix can just break it with his shield.
Yeah.
20. Or no, 18.
18. Okay. We'll say a similar thing. You're a little more used to this lock, so we'll say nothing else has broken. You kind of feel that tension and has eased back. It takes a good couple of minutes, but now you hear a click, and you believe that this chest can be opened free of danger.
All right, I open it.
Took you long enough.
I look over my shoulder and go back and open the chest.
I'm kind of moseying on over across the room to see what's in
All right, you open the chest. The first thing that immediately grabs your eye is this large dwarf-sized plate mail, or plate armor. I guess not plate mail. It looks pretty nicely made. You kind of do you have a shield?
Oh, I know who's that's for.
Yeah. Okay.
That's for me, says Kevin.
That's for no, it's not for me.
I'm not sure if I've always just assumed you have a shield or if you actually have one.
Most clerics do, I think.
Classes.
We have the axe, though. Make sure
We
she
have
knows
the
that.
axe.
Where's the axe?
Yeah, well, you don't get it in your starting equipment.
Huh.
So you don't see the shield.
Oh, it's just starting equipment, guys.
Yeah.
I got a shield.
John says, what's starting equipment?
I'm surprised. I thought they did have shields.
Yeah, I mean, you can double check me, but I don't.
Well, I confirm it. There's no shield in starting equipment for clerics.
That's weird.
All right, what else is in there?
Okay, well, somehow, apparently, along all of her journeys, she's picked up a shield because her character. So, yes. So you see a shield and some plate armor in there.
Oh, yeah, there's a shield. There it is. Duh, stupid
What
me.
are we talking about? Additionally, you see kind of like in the corner of the treasure chest, what looks like a vial with some sort of green liquid in it that looks like it was part of the trap mechanism. You could do you can do an intelligence check.
Tell Karma it's health potion.
Someone said health potion?
So I'll just do an unskilled int check.
Yeah, I don't think. I mean, you could do that, or I guess a medicine check if you wanted to. Nope, that's wisdom. Never mind. Yeah, we're just gonna do an unskilled int check.
Oh, my. Oh, I guess it's my. I think my precognitive hunch should be in effect still. I don't know why it didn't activate for that.
Okay, I'll just roll a d4. Okay, you're pretty confident that this thing is bad. Didn't take too much intelligence. You don't really know any of the specifics.
Can I attempt to remove it?
Yeah. And actually, I think you already have that. Well, I mean, yes, you can. I guess do a sleight of hand check. It'll be a really low. Yeah. Okay. You are able to remove that. You already disarmed the trap. Provided you don't like drop the bottle, you're pretty.
All right. So what color liquid? Just so I can put it in my
Green.
inventory.
Green.
Green. Okay.
Man.
And then it's just her. And then it's just Amber's stuff. Besides that, it looks like. All right. Someone with some strength want to grab this stuff? We can bring
Did
it back.
you say strength?
Yes.
I'll go with it.
I mean, I
Karma,
wonder who
it might
has
be a
a
little
lot
bit heavy for you.
in this room.
I'll carry it.
Would you like to grab it?
I would love to. Is it over there?
Sorry, I didn't see anything.
All right. Yeah. So, Carm, you have the armor. Cool. So can we,
Is it just? Oh, it's just her arm.
now that Natalie will have to get set up, right? So how about we take a quick break while Natalie gets set up? I kind of
Right.
tell her what Delb told, or what you guys told Delb.
Yeah.
Wait,
yeah.
Z,
Can I do an investigation check on the skeleton?
I mean, you can do another one, but let's. I'd rather get Natalie set up because I think she's kind of in limbo, not sure when she's supposed to be playing or not.
Okay.
So I'll come back and we can continue investigating.
All right, guys. We're gonna have a little group discussion. So I think we should use her stuff to find out where this axe is.
Yeah.
Like rifle
One for one
through
trade.
stuff? Or, like tell us where the axe is and we'll give you your stuff back.
She thinks we already know where the axe is.
True.
For sure.
Yeah, I think you guys are a bunch of idiots.
Well, we
with all
think you're creepy.
You are creepy.
This is accurate.
So now it's all out there.
Also, stop reading my mind.
Hey,
Get out of my head!
I named Magneto, so but
but
yeah, what else
she
you guys wanna
doesn't
do here?
necessarily know this, but I can ask her questions and I will know whether or not she's lying.
wow.
Ooh.
Could you ask her like if it's hot or cold
Yes,
as you're moving around?
Yeah.
I sure
Are we hotter?
can.
Perfect. We will find this where this axe is.
Should we check and see if these bones are like kind of childish size or young,
That's what I was wondering, yeah.
and then bring them?
Yeah, I think we forgot to check that yesterday.
Let's do that, and then we can if we think they're his, we can bring the bones back. And
Oh, we should investigate for that belt is what we should do.
Yep.
We should see if we can find that belt. Because I figure if we find the belt, that's pretty definitive proof that we won't be finding the kid.
Yeah.
oh, he had a belt on.
Yeah, he was wearing the belt.
With the
Well,
bird
we're
on it.
kind of guessing that that's the case.
It had like 12 diamonds in it. Just kidding.
Mm.
Sorry.
Is there any way to find the identity of this hag as well? Can we investigate for that?
Nothing I can do. Well, I have something that I could do, but I doubt it will give us anything. I can touch one of these objects in here and see anything that's happened around it for the past hour, but I doubt she's been here in the past hour.
Okay.
There's a table. You can use arm wrestling.
Yes, you can.
Could you touch
Me? No, I'm just kidding.
any object?
Can I touch any object?
No, does the skill that you have, does it work with any object?
Mm-hmm. I can do it once a day.
But only for the past hour?
And I can also learn of its exact whereabouts and see things from its perspective for the next 24 hours.
Let me get down on my knees and then ask if you are God.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry for ever doubting you.
There's going to be some heavy repentance you must pay.
I didn't mean it. I'll take back everything.
What's going on now?
I have asserted myself as God, and I deserve repentance from his actions.
What were his actions? What did he do?
Just everything.
I offer the javelin of Phoenix and the arrow of Veneer.
The arrow of Veneer.
Shouldn't you check and see? You know, a real god would be able to beat you in an arm wrestling contest, right? Would you respect him if he couldn't do that?
That's true.
See, I am not sure if you're really on something new.
It's basically saying if I had something that would aid me in this. Nope. Well, I still have precog hunt. Sure, why not?
Arm wrestle.
Arm wrestle.
Here we go.
All right, so the first strength will be going from the middle to the quarter, and then the next one is right.
Oh,
Is that
I
how
don't
this
know
works?
about that. That's something Philip has to decide, I guess.
Let's just do what we've been doing for now.
Okay.
Am I rolling against you, or is Veneer rolling against you?
I
thought it
know
was
who's the
Alden.
one that's
No.
declaring me not a god.
I thought
Yeah.
you had to prove your worth to.
Yeah, I thought it was Alden.
Yeah, it's me and someone else. Who was wanting the arm wrestle?
Veneer was.
Veneer,
Oh, okay.
Veneer, buddy, don't fight against him. He can read people's minds.
He's not a god. And if he reads my mind, he'll know I'm not lying. When
All
have
right,
I
so-
ever lied to you? What is it? Unskilled strength?
Yeah, I'm skilled strength. Oh wait, I forgot to do precog hunch. Oh, it's not
I don't think that would matter.
Nope.
I stand up real quick and I point at him.
False.
Who are you?
I must retain my mortal semblance in order to walk amongst you.
Well, then it doesn't. Seems like you're just immortal then.
You may believe what you want, but know that you will be damned in the afterlife.
Well, I only care about winning arm wrestling competitions.
If you can't help him
Well,
in that,
a lot of good you've been doing at that lately, haven't you?
That's
Ooh,
why-
listen here.
Amber, you caught up.
Amber has not caught up yet.
Oh,
The call.
never mind.
So what are you guys doing in the room?
Arm wrestle.
Okay.
Well, we
Asserting.
established that Alden is, in fact,
not a god.
not a god.
Not fully a god.
Okay. Well, so you guys are still standing in this room. You've opened the chest. Are you wanting to investigate any of these other things?
P.S. I can't see you, Philip. I don't know why.
Sitting back. That's you see me.
Who?
all-
Whoa.
Wow.
Do we need to leave?
We decided that we wanted to look around and see if we saw any child-sized bones, and we wanted to see if we could find maybe that silver belt buckle that Del mentioned.
So I mean, in the immediate,
But we should
you
probably.
see
Thanks.
the
Sorry.
white bones and the skeleton, or the golden bones that are collapsed in the cage. So I mean, when you're looking around, the white skeleton doesn't look child-sized, but it looks
Stop it.
about pretty average for a human, grown. I don't know exactly how you're searching the room, but so far you haven't found any belt buckle. You can describe things.
I'm looking at this bed thing here, this cot thing,
Okay.
above and below it and behind it and around it.
You want to roll investigation?
You bet I do.
You take the sheets off the bed and you kind of flip the mattress over and you're checking all around and you don't see anything. The cot looks cheap, worn, smelly, kind of gross, like there was like a lot of sweat in it and everything. But you do not find a silver belt buckle.
Have we checked the cauldron in the middle?
We did last time. Isn't that the
Okay.
one I got in? Yeah, I got in it.
That is not the one you got in, but you guys looked at it, so kind of going back and looking at it now, you see that it has certain similarities to the larger cauldron you saw out, I guess, outside near the chapel.
I'm gonna get in it.
Okay.
It's a teleportation device.
Getting nice and cozy in there. You have to really kind of crunch up being this large dragonborn. And in it, you get a very close look at this. You were the one who got in the other cauldron as well, so you're really able to kind of compare the two. And this one is much more cramped, and it also looks like it hasn't been as thoroughly used as that other one does, but you do notice, like in the bottom, some of that like yellowy residue that you had seen kind of coating the larger cauldron up top.
Huh.
I say ew and I get out.
I go to the other room and I kind of check around the barrels and inside the barrels to see if there's anything.
Yeah, so the barrels still are largely just containing, some kind of rudimentary provisions, things that are supposed to last for a long time. And even then, it doesn't look great. You spend a good amount of time checking and opening each barrel and kind of pulling stuff out. Nothing looks like the silver buckle. There's really nothing other than some food and stores. And I mean, you can find a couple bottles of some sort of alcoholic beverage.
Wow. Keeping those alcoholic beverages.
I would like to check the chest for a false bottom.
Okay. You wanna? Yeah, you go up and.
I'll hop inside of it. I'm just kidding.
Okay. You can go ahead and roll investigation.
Boom!
Wow. Okay. Very nice. You are very, very confident that it's the real bottom to the chest. Sorry, but I feel like if I only ever have you roll when there's something to find, it's giving giving you information you shouldn't really have. So.
I'm checking out this stuff pile of whatever it is. What is it?
There's general refuse in the room, which is all of that stuff kind of.
What's
tray? So you're poking through it. You see paper that's weathered and gross. It looks like scribbled notes of some kind in some sort of language which you do not, or some script which you cannot read yourself. General disarray. Some rags like that. Nothing that really catches your eye.
Is there actually a bookshelf in the room?
No, there's no bookshelf in the room.
Is that a stove?
That is the stove that Alden found his Mephit gem bottle thing in.
I'm gonna try and move the cauldron, see if there's anything underneath it.
Okay.
Tip it up a bit.
Strength check.
Well, I mean, we'll say it might take you a while, but you're able to shift the cauldron, lifting up an edge at a time. Perhaps Phoenix or Carm could have moved it a little more quickly.
I watched it.
You
Chuckled.
notice, there's some scratch marks on the floor. Looks like the cauldron had been moved around a bit. You kind of check the ground for any more false switches or anything like that, and it appears to just be regular solid ground.
I'm looking at the ceiling, see if I notice anything. What's the ceiling made of? Dirt?
It's an earthen. It's earthen, but I will say, it's a stone ceiling, but it's gross.
I'm investigating all of the stones by touching them.
Do you have a torch? Do you need to roll perception?
I don't have a torch.
Okay.
I learned my lesson.
Okay. You kind of fail to actually reach the ceiling. Everyone's wondering what you're even attempting to do, but
see if there's any stones that come loose that something might be hidden behind or something.
Okay. You're going around the ceiling, touching all the stones. Like one of them falls down. And everyone kind of startles and
run out of the room.
Rocks fall. TPK.
Yeah. But it was just that one stone that has come down so far. Doesn't seem like there's anything false about the ceiling either.
know, guys. Doesn't seem like we found much. Where else should we even look? Did we explore the church or outside the church?
I want to go back out like towards the trapdoor and to see if that refuse that we uncovered the trapdoor from, if maybe that contained the belt buckle. But that's all I got besides maybe checking the meaty forest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys are kind of making your way back through the tunnel now.
Yeah.
Order and everything.
Yeah.
Okay. Could I ask Veneer if he can set a? I guess it's still 2 miles out.
Too far.
Could you just stay out here through the night and see if anybody comes?
Well, if we just stuck around the chapel for the day, we could, let him cast alarm in there.
I don't think anybody's been in this place for a while.
But you think they'll come back?
I mean, why else would they have had Amber caged there? Like, they
Yeah.
must have intended to come back at some point.
But that, lousy tunnel that collapsed in on itself.
Was the secret entrance?
Surely they've heard all that and seen it.
And we kind of got into that room a different way.
Yeah, but now that it doesn't have the back entrance,
She's
and if
gonna have to come through the front entrance.
Yeah, so let's just pile everything back on.
Or she can just teleport into the room on a whim.
Oh, that's true. Well, how about this? How about Gallon
creepy guy
himself in the cauldron and waits for her?
You want to wait in the cauldron for an extended period of time and see if she pops up.
That sounds like your cup of tea on a Friday night.
That's not a no, right?
Well, the day is young.
Okay, I'm getting out of this hole because I'm tired of being with all these dang spiders.
Is Natalie on mute on purpose?
Am I on mute?
Here on
Oh,
purpose.
never mind. Hi.
No, you're not.
Surprise! I'm just not really here yet. Also, am I too loud? Because I was freakishly loud last night.
Oh my word! What is that sound?
And a rock falls on Karn, loses 5 HP.
I'm gonna use my reaction to catch this one.
You guys
Let's head back upstairs.
Yeah.
So you make your way back through the tunnel. You get back into that room where all the spiders were. There's still some spiders as you're crawling up. You see this.
Ask the spider if he's seen this belt buckle.
Ask the spider if they've seen the hag.
Yeah, that too.
They really don't like to talk about the hag very much at all.
So they've seen the hag. So Amber was telling the truth.
They have not seen the hag.
What about the boy?
Wait, if they haven't seen the hag, that means
Guys,
Amber
the
was
spiders really aren't that intelligent.
Or you're lying to us. You can't really talk to animals.
I can talk to animals.
We roll
I can talk to animals too, guys.
Just like Alvin can read my mind.
Oh yeah, let's head back.
I climb up the ladder through the trap door.
Okay, as you get to the ladder, you see this figure looming overhead, large and imposing, with a spear in one hand. And then you figure out, oh, that must have been Amber. And sure enough, you guys come up, and Amber was on her way to meet up with you. And you have rejoined in the chapel.
She's here to kill us.
Karm is still holding the chest, right?
In rags. Karm, bearing all of this various dwarven armor, somehow managing to get up the ladder because that's what the rules say you can do.
Well, I thought it looked nice on me.
Yeah. It's like using the shield as best he can. Yeah, you guys have reunited. You're now outside of the spider room, back in the main chapel area.
Hey, Amber.
Oh,
How do you
hello.
like
Hey,
my
thanks for
stuff?
getting my armor.
What, your armor? I don't see your name on these.
Yeah.
Do you fit in dwarven armor?
Well, I don't know is Norvin or not. I just see armor.
That's definitely mine.
You can
Prove it.
What did you say?
I said prove it.
Okay, let me try it on. I'll show you if it fits perfectly.
Not. Is there any marking on the inside of the armor she could tell us about, maybe?
Yeah, she probably doesn't know about the red marking on the inside of the armor.
What?
Yeah. Oh my word. Definitely not hers.
Yeah, definitely not hers.
She didn't
I'm
know about
walking
that.
away.
And-
I'll
so,
tell you what.
how'd you know we went down this hole here? Coincidence?
Wait, are you talking to me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no. So I woke up and, I'm terrible with names. So I have, at the moment, forgotten the kind gentleman that owns the inn.
Delb.
Delb, that's right.
His name is Bob.
That does not sound correct. I think you're lying to me. No, but yeah, Delb told me that you guys had gone up to the chapel, and I assumed that meant that you were being very kind and that you'd gone to get my armor. But he also told me something interesting about my axe. Is there something you guys want to share there?
Well, first of all, it's not your axe. It belongs to a paying customer.
Okay, so it's true, but it's more mine than y'all's.
Well, I don't.
So
You're
it's
the one
a
who was gonna be
us
dead.
thing. So you don't feel like part of the crew as much as we welcome you.
And possession is 99% of ownership, all right? And we definitely possess it. So,
Technically, you're our slave since we saved you.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, it was very nice of you to save me and to go get my armor.
What
So
are
did
the
you pick up the
You roll perception for me,
Who?
Natalie.
Okay, I gotta pull my character sheet back up. Also, just so you guys know, I am struggling again for whatever reason. When I have video, I lag a lot, so there is a chance I will not always
What is this lag?
follow in time. I don't know why, but only half of you guys are showing even your videos. Everything else is just a stationary picture, or for Philip, a giant letter P, and that's all he shows up. So I don't know what's going on with my feed. What did
Probably
you
have
actually
us
ask
on
me?
vertical.
Yeah, I'm not doing that again, John.
Perception check.
Thank
Perception
you.
check.
Okay.
Is this better, Natalie? Can you see me now?
No, turn it some more. Oh heavens, that was bad.
No, I mean that's fine. So while they're all talking, you're kind of looking them up and down, and you do not see an axe.
Wait, hold on. Do we not get to roll a deception check against her perception?
You could still she does not see an axe. You cannot make an axe appear by rolling high deception.
Okay, well, so I have a question. If you guys may or may not have taken my axe, why did you want me to think that you had?
We didn't want you to take off, Amber. So now that we have our eyes on you, we don't have to worry about that. I don't think there's any need to keep up pretenses. We don't have your axe.
Apparently,
Okay, well, we
Gal
should
has his eyes
definitely-
on you.
Well, I'm missed whatever you just said. I'm glad that you wanted me to remain in your party. We should definitely go back and talk to Grendel then, because I went to confirm y'all's story with him, and he told me he definitely gave it away. So he's now pretending to try to keep it. So we should all definitely make sure we go get it.
Who's
Can I roll an
Grendel?
insight check?
Yeah, you can roll insight.
Grindel.
Wait, you said somebody gave it away?
Grindel gave it away.
I'm not going to count whatever you rolled, John. I'm going to roll for you. So, I
Well,
could on Natalie's or something. It's always kind of thrown me off how, when you do an insight check, if you roll a 20 and I say, oh, you think they're lying, it's like, okay, obviously. But then also, if you roll a 1 and I say, oh, you think they're lying, you're like, okay, great, they're telling the truth. So, or
No, just say you can't tell.
that's
It
not.
could
I'd
be true,
rather
it could
a 1 be that you are convinced of the wrong thing. So, every now and then, I'd like to roll an insight for you and give you, information which you don't actually know if you should trust it or not.
Okay.
That sounds fair.
What is your insight modifier, Don?
Did you not trust my roll? It's a 3, I think.
Wow.
Wisdom?
Yeah.
Wisdom. You are proficient in insight.
Hold on.
But
It's
do I
plus
need to?
3. Yeah, I'm proficient in insight.
So +5.
No, it's 1 plus 2.
What?
So your modifier is 3, including the proficiency.
Yeah, including the proficiency.
Got it.
Okay, but do I need to clarify what I was actually saying? Because you don't seem to believe me, Carm, / even know what I said, maybe.
Yeah.
I generally just don't listen very well.
Who's Gremlin or whoever?
Grendel.
No, Grendel.
Okay,
So
well,
after,
whatever you want, Natalie, Carm, in general, you think she's telling the truth.
Okay.
You can't really tell, or at least you can't really. She's not giving off signs that she's lying. Let's say that.
Okay.
Who's Grendel?
no, Grendel is the name of the blacksmith that I left my axe with. And when I was told by the innkeeper that you guys had taken it, I went to confirm your story, and I talked to him, and he was kind of being weird, but he said, "Oh yes, they did take it. So nothing to worry about here." So I think now he's trying to con me and keep it.
Darn it.
Yeah. They make it complicated by trying to confirm your story.
So should we split up and some of us go back to check on Grendel and some of us stay around to look for the kid and the hag, or what?
Well, hey, regardless, can I have my armor? Because I
I'll
feel
go check on Grendel.
I'm not,
very
we're not
weird.
sure what you're talking
Okay.
about.
You lead us to the axe. We'll give you your armor back.
Do we not want anybody staying here?
Yeah, I can stay here.
I'll go
So why
I'll
do
go
you
get the axe.
Why are you guys staying there?
Well, we're trying to find the little kid who died.
We don't know if he
Oh,
died.
okay.
Well, proof that he died, maybe. Or
Okay.
him.
I throw the alleged armor of Amber to the Phoenix. And then I choose to stay with Veneer.
Okay, well, I definitely don't want to stay here any longer. So I will
Put the chest
go
down.
back to get the axe.
And
I'll run back to get the axe too. I'm not very good at investigation, so there's not much.
Also, speaking of axe, not the one that I was supposed to be transporting. Did you guys come across any weapons or anything? Was it just my armor, or did she have my warhammer too?
She must have your warhammer. We didn't find
I
that.
did not see any weapon.
Wait, there's a hag carrying around a warhammer.
Or you guys just missed it.
We didn't miss anything.
You can
I'm pretty
search
sure we
through
didn't
this
miss anything.
chest. This is all that was in there.
We have great perception, okay?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm really grateful to have my armor, so I really can't complain because I was just sleeping and you guys were tracking down.
Well,
my
you don't
armor,
have it
so-
yet. Let's not get too hard.
The chest is on the ground.
The
by
deal
itself.
is armor for axe, and then we'll worry about the rest later.
I mean, but you want to just deliver the axe, right? So if I help us get this back from Grendel, then we're going to still complete the mission.
Well, I think Phoenix and Galadan are going to go with you.
I'm going with two.
Right, but you're not just trying to, like, take it from me, right?
No.
No, we want to complete it and get our share of the cut.
Okay.
I mean, technically, you failed it. We're just
Yeah.
taking the cut all together.
Just
Wait,
in case
what
you
did you say?
So, anyways, you guys want to meet back here tonight? We'll stake out the place.
Okay.
Yep. Sounds good.
Wait. Where's Alden going?
I'm going for Grendel.
Okay. All right.
So who all's coming with me? Alden and who else? Dan?
His nickname is Gal.
Gal. Yeah.
Dan,
Oh, that's what he likes to be called. Okay, good to know. I will commit that to memory.
definitely. It even says Dan.
Who is this Dan you speak of?
That's me. I'm Dan.
Okay,
So 4 of us are going, and 2 of you guys are staying. Well, 5 of us. 4. Yeah, 4.
Oops. I forgot to whisper that. My bad.
All right, so we're running back.
Who is staying? I'm sorry.
Me and Carm, or Carm and I.
Carm and Veneer are staying to continue investigation. The rest of you are headed back.
Yes.
So while you guys are heading back, it's 2 miles, so it's going to take you a little bit of time.
I just did this walk.
Yeah. And Veneer, what are you doing?
I'm just talking to Carm. Where say, hey, we should probably go check out that clearing over yonder.
Do you want to put a alarm thing on the trap door just in case?
Yeah, I can do that.
Cool.
We'll set that real quick. Yeah, just over the door as we shut it. We're gonna shut the door, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's shut it before we go.
So just so that I know context, those that are staying behind you, y'all are literally in the room where my cage was, or you're in the other room?
We're in the upstairs. Well,
You're in the upstairs. Okay.
not the upstairs. Yeah, main floor.
Okay.
Yeah, so let's go to that clearing, John, or Carm.
Okay.
And as we're walking, I just ask him if you think she's any more trustworthy now.
Well, she hasn't beaten me in an arm wrestling competition, and I don't trust anybody that's weak.
That's true.
Okay, so you guys make your way back to the hanging trees. You still see like dried strips of skin, the dried blood.
And these are on like trees, correct?
Yeah, so it's like I don't know enough about trees to be specific, but so it's like your general forest trees, and then on like the lower hanging branches, you basically see nailed to the trees like these strips of flesh, which some of them are really old and aged, and you can't really tell, was this dwarf, was this dragonborn, whatever.
Yeah.
Some of it looks a little bit newer. It doesn't look like dragonborn or orc flesh, but that still leaves you halfling, gnome, half elf, human, dwarf, and I mean, none of it looks recent, just like it didn't before. Yeah. The whole area is still.
As we walk around, can I investigate kind of like just briefly each like tree that has this stuff on it, and then like kind of around it, just like as I'm walking by, like the base of the tree.
Yeah, is there anything in particular you're like looking for?
Like looking for like little silvery belt buckle, kind of, or anything that would stand out as just not normal.
Okay. Yeah, you want to roll some investigation?
Yep.
Okay.
Getting my notes from
This is a cat. Yes.
Sorry, I have the video really small.
It's actually a tiger.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So with that 18, you're going around. You don't find anything that looks like a silver belt buckle. You actually don't find much of anything at all.
That stands
I
out.
guess you find like some scraps of cloth and things like that. Maybe a button or two that had like come off during the process. It must have gotten kicked or carried over there on accident. But it's nothing significant.
So as I'm walking around, I kind of call out to Carm, "Hey, you see anything where you're at?
I'm like looking up in the sky. I asked if he. Well, what do you think they were doing here?
I don't know. Torturing people, maybe, or
Creating more skeleton zombies.
skeletons, possibly. I guess they could take their skin off and then put them in the cauldron or something.
Oh, gross.
You want to go check that out real quick?
And
Again?
stuff.
The cauldron?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
Right.
So while you guys are making your way to the cauldron, we'll pause and kind of fast forward in time a little bit to the other group.
Mhm.
You guys like talking to each other on your way back to town, or essentially you'll have a pretty boring trip back to town. So you can either just be in town or role play some conversation up to you.
At this point, I just give the chest back to the rightful owner.
The armor. We didn't grab the whole chest, did we?
Yeah, we didn't.
No,
go
I was grabbing it. I ended up because
Yay!
someone gave it to me.
So that takes about 10 minutes to put on then Amber. So if you just put that on in the middle of the road, I assume.
Yeah,
Whoa.
sure.
You can leave the rags on while you're putting the rest on. Okay, cool. So you make it back into town fully armored.
Yay! Okay, so I'm officially like super friends with Phoenix, and I'm just curious, is there any way that you guys can help me win over Karm, because he does not seem to be a fan. Other
Why
than
you
beating
even
him
want
arm
to? You have to beat him in an arm wrestle. So when you challenge him, I could try to presto a spider on his arm. I tried that the first time and it didn't really work. He realized it was just magic, but
Just say you won't heal him, and you'll be super friendly with him.
that's true. Well, but
So I
if
can just
I-
like try to
Don't even
blackmail him
listen.
into friendship.
yeah, I don't know if that's a strong basis for a good friendship.
My suggestion to you: don't make friends with idiots.
My suggestion is don't listen to creepy guys.
Oh, y'all are
I'm
really
staying
something
out of
else.
this.
All right.
I'm staying out of this. Okay, I guess we walk up to the. I'm assuming we're in town right now, right?
Yeah, you guys can make it a town.
So we go find blacksmith, and I guess we ask him. So where's the axe?
All right, so you approach this blacksmith. You know he's
With intimidation.
No, as soon as he knocks on the door, I step in front and say, "I got this."
Okay.
Are you sure, Alden? I talk to people pretty well.
Yes.
Oh,
If that doesn't work, I'll intimidate him.
Now, just as a side question, Philip, before I do anything like this, will you allow me to attempt non-lethal damage to somebody with psychic damage?
yeah.
Okay.
Whoa.
All right, I'm sorry. So you guys are entering this blacksmith. It's actually an open air blacksmithing place. So you see this dwarf, you know, the dirty clothes, unkempt beard. You know, looks like he works the vast majority of the time at his blacksmith. A little care for other things. Slaving away over some indistinguishable piece of metal. He kind of sees you guys out of the corner of his eye as you approach, but he doesn't really make any. Sorry, I got distracted by Natalie asking if her eating is loud.
I want to be annoyingly crunching the whole time.
He doesn't acknowledge you guys in any way as you approach, and so you're saying, Alden, you are approaching.
Yes, I speak telepathically to him. Do you know where the axe Amber gave you is? And right now I can tell if he's lying.
Okay. He looks at you, and then he says vocally, I gave it to some guys claiming to be her friends, and you Where's your just description for this thing? Do you have one? Or
So it's literally it's my focus. It's my active ability, and it literally just says I'll find it and read it verbatim for you.
Yeah, I printed out all your stuff. So if you tell me like discipline or like page,
it is. Let me see what the discipline is called. It is called. Oh, it's in background. Psychic Inquisition.
Ooh, fancy.
Yeah. There are so many M's.
Okay, I do hear this beeping.
Yeah, is that you? Is that our house? Is that
I don't
something
hear
else?
beeping.
What beeping?
I don't know.
So while focused on this discipline, you know when a creature communicating with you via telepathy is lying. So you can judge that as whether or not if they speak. I don't know if that comes through as like a reply to my telepathy. It's up to you.
Interesting. Okay. Huh. I kind of like that I didn't know that and still had him respond verbally, like because the idea being he doesn't want to play your games. So I am gonna say, yeah, when a creature communicating with you via telepathy is lying. Yeah, that you might be communicating to him that way, but he is not communicating to you that way.
Okay, I say to him telepathically, if you're not going to cooperate, this is not going to be a good time for you.
I just answered your question.
And I say, I believe I know you know what I mean, and I'm trying to like intimidate at this point.
Okay, you want to roll intimidation?
Yeah.
Can I like stand behind him and look intimidating too?
Yes. Okay, sure. You're like standing behind him and like flexing or something.
Assisting in
Is that giving me advantage on
Yeah,
this?
does that give him an advantage since we're both intimidating him?
assisting.
We're all in the room, though, right? Or all in the same space?
You all are, yeah.
I'm gonna roll mine.
In the room.
It would be very helpful. That's fair.
Yeah. He sees this dragonborn like trying to flex in the background, like through plate armor. And he's like not really taking you guys very seriously at the moment.
All right. Well, here comes the hammer.
Oh. Okay. Oh, literally the hammer.
Yes.
Oh dear.
I'm trying to do non-lethal damage.
Okay, but so this is just pretty much like just a damaging thing.
Right?
Yeah.
A lot of damage.
Dies instantly.
I'll never find it.
Oh.
Successful save.
Oh man, this would have been a good time for me to
you
know
rolled
charm.
an 18, so
You don't have a strong half-orc near you.
Okay, so he takes half damage, immediately grabs one of his axes behind the counter, and you guys are in combat. So roll initiative.
Oh boy. Oh, all of us roll initiative? I have a spear, and I have armor now, though. That's good.
We need to be on the map. I can't roll initiative.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, just
Isn't that
roll
just-
a d20. I mean, you
Oh, is it just a D20?
I mean, let's be honest.
Isn't it
you
just
probably not
Dex?
going to roll. I don't-
Babe, isn't it just Dex?
It's
No.
it's
Yeah.
1d20 plus your dex modifier.
So that's the same as an unskilled Dex roll, right?
Yeah. Well, then, yeah. I don't know what I-
But so
Oh.
I have a 10.
So it's plus our dex modifier.
Ooh.
Yes.
So I just got a 20. Wow. So I can attack first with my spear. Awesome.
Wait, hold on. Dex modifier +1. Okay.
technically, it's my spear.
Wow.
Wow, you guys.
Okay.
Did I roll wrong? Is what I did okay?
Nope.
Yeah, no, I just suck.
I rolled spectacularly poor.
So did I.
Oh, Amber. And then, wow, you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened.
It's a good thing y'all brought me on board.
That's okay.
Alden, you beat out Phoenix in your Dex modifier, right?
Oh, definitely.
So at this point, we're trying to do non-lethal blows, right?
So to
At
you,
this point, I guess, so to you guys, right, all you see is this guy, you know, like whatever he said verbally back, right?
Which was that he gave it to friends? Is that all he said?
And that I answered your question.
Dang.
See him kind of shudder in pain and grab at his axe nearby.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, Amber, you are up.
Okay, well, I'm gonna first ask him, like, what the heck is happening?
Right, so you're like attempting to.
So can I, can I just sort of like get in a defensive position and yell at him?
Yeah, you have 6 seconds, right, to react. And
That's
you
what
would
I
have
would do.
been behind Alden, right? So you saw him reaching for his sword or his axe. So yeah, you can move in between the two or whatever you want to do. What are you doing?
Yeah, I mean, now that I have on my armor, I'm feeling a little bit more brave. So yeah, I'll sort of kind of stand in the gap and just say, like, what the heck?
Okay.
I'm not going to try to hurt him yet.
All right, so you kind of position yourself in between the two of them. He's not really responding to you right now. Like he's pretty much in a rage.
Can I also yell stop?
Yeah, you can yell stop.
Stop! I have a spear. That doesn't work, I'm assuming.
Yeah, that doesn't really work. Okay. Grundle, so you position yourself between the two of them. So I guess Grundle, without wanting to like pull the map and everything,
Yeah.
is going to still ignore you, and so he's like going to run by you. We'll say that this would prompt an opportunity attack if you decide to take it, and he is headed for Alden with his axe.
So,
oh boy.
forgive me because I'm not very used to being a melee person.
Yeah.
Can I just like attempt to trip him and not actually hurt him, or is that too specific?
We can say that you can attempt to grapple instead as your opportunity attack, I guess, which would be like a strength check against his strength.
Okay, well, not my forte, but I'll do that.
Okay.
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 He doesn't fall, I'm guessing.
Wow. Well, so he rolls a 3. It has no strength modifier. So you manage to like get in between the two of them, and like the two dwarves kind of like run into each other, and both kind of fall prone. But
Wait, I won!
What?
Yeah.
But I won. I shouldn't have fallen down.
Yeah. So I mean, like you effectively stopped him from getting to Alden. So I think
his turn.
it was accomplished here.
That's true. That was what I was going for.
But yeah, you guys are. We'll say you're both prone. Alden, it is your turn.
So I hold out my hand towards his face and I ask, "Do you know of or are you in possession of the axe Amber gave to you?" And I am casting this.
Oh.
Immune to this ability if it's immune to being charmed. I suppose you're not really immune to being charmed even when in combat. So what is the DC?
Oh, I forgot to have a DC check on that.
Were you stroking a cat when you did this?
Yes.
It's very Inspector Gadget-esque.
There you go.
Oh.
He's making this at disadvantage.
Okay.
It's because of my previous skill. It imposes disadvantage on his next wisdom saving throw.
Oh. Wow.
I can cast it for you again if you like.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. So even if he saves, he still has disadvantage?
From the verbiage of the spell, it states that on a successful save, they just take half damage.
We're in position. Choose one. Must make a saving throw on a failed save and suffers So it says on a failed save, it takes 1d10 psychic damage per side point spent and suffers disadvantage on its next wisdom saving throw before the end of your next turn. That's all on a failed save. On a successful save, it takes half as much damage.
Okay, then I don't do Forceful Query. I do another Hammer of Inquisition.
Wow, okay, all right. So you're hitting him again.
Yes.
Heavens.
Okay, he matched it with 13. Okay, heavens, I should have been writing down. So you did 3 with the first one because it was 7 and he blocked it.
Mm-hmm.
And so now 13 blocked would be 6.
This is going for non-lethal damage.
Okay. All right. He goes unconscious. He's now just unconscious on the ground. Not dead, still breathing.
What the heck?
I take out my hempen rope and start tying him up.
Yeah. Okay. As you do that, so when these two dwarves collided, this one dwarf now in full armor, right? A rather loud noise was made as they fell to the ground. So you see Delb running out of the tavern, which is nearby, waving his arms and essentially yelling, "What is going on here? What are you doing?" And so he is making his way over to you guys. And, there's a fair crowd coming out of the tavern also.
Great.
And, yeah, he sees, people unconscious on the ground.
We go and explain that he drew his weapon first and started charging at Alden.
And I tried to stand in the gap.
Grundle has been here for years. You people show up yesterday and ignore all of our advice, go to the chapel, you do not find my son, you come back and you attack our blacksmith, and you think I will just believe you because you're the ones left standing?
No, none of us had out weapons. Look at the only person who has a weapon.
I've been this strange looking fellow with the eyeball for his mouth has been
I don't have that yet. That's in the plans.
Oh, you don't have that yet? Oh, never mind. Sorry, guys. Maybe in the future there'll be something weird.
I didn't have the money to commission something like that yet.
Oh, okay. I guess I assumed you had that from
previous. I was just designing it.
Okay. Well, anyway, this creepy fellow has been talking to me in my head the entire time. You think I don't know that people can hurt people using weapons? You all can leave. Leave Grundle and leave.
No, but he has something of mine. We were just trying to get it back from him.
Yes, your friends told me they have it. Why would I? What is wrong with you people? Please leave.
All the idiots.
I can see this is getting out of hand. So remember, I was originally the person that desired to help you.
Out of hand. It is not getting out of hand. Grundle is unconscious.
Yes, and I am very sorry for that. What?
You are not welcome in my tavern. I believe y'all should just you should get out of here. We've suffered enough. We don't need travelers coming and attacking us for no good reason.
We cannot leave without the axe that Grendel has stolen. So you are going to have to accept that we must find this axe that Grendel has stolen.
All right. Delb is walking away at this point. Back to the tavern.
Went poorly.
You see him gesture to, or you can see this whole thing, but essentially he's calling out to one of the people who came out of the tavern, a fellow named...
What?
Sorry, I'm trying to look up a name.
And I want to quickly look around the blacksmith shop with whatever time I have to see.
Wow. Okay.
Why did it have to get so violent? Why didn't we just talk to him?
Yells out, Caleb. Says, Caleb, you have a horse, correct? Could you please go and ride to shoot? I don't have a place that's nearby. You guys are making me come up with stuff on the fly. I didn't expect it.
Well, let's just... Okay, I really can't hear what you're saying, Philip, because I don't get to see a face. I can't even tell when you are talking, and I don't get to benefit from reading your lips, so I don't know what you're actually saying.
Okay, so Delb is saying to one of the people who has come out of the tavern, kind of a youngish, male human, he's saying, Caleb, go get your horse, ride to the outpost, whose name will come up later, I guess, and get some men.
Okay, whoa. Delb, I realize this looks really bad. I think we should all just calm down for a minute. I think you can remember that I am good-natured. The whole reason that I left my quest was because I was trying to help you. These are some people that I've run into. I think that they are still finding their way. But if you will at least deal with me, I'm not here to cause any problems. I'm only here to get back from Grendel what I gave him so that I could help your son.
Did you find my son?
I did not. I was actually
we left some guys up there still looking for your son.
Yes, part of our party is still up there. They rescued me. I was actually captured and tortured for I don't even know how long by somebody up there. And so we are still trying to work on that. But we also just came back to retrieve what I had left with Grendel now that I was saved.
Okay, roll persuasion.
Okay.
Everybody? Or just her?
Are you talking?
At some point I was.
Oh no, I'm not good at this.
Can I?
Hey, not bad.
Okay.
Plus -1? Holy cow.
Ooh, nice one.
Yeah, plus minus.
+3.
Yeah. I see two of your party aren't here. If he leaves, I'll listen to what you have to say.
Lock him up. Go
He's
ahead.
pointing to me, right?
Yeah. You can put him in whatever jail you want.
You are not welcome
Perhaps you and I should speak privately.
at my tavern.
All I heard was the last thing you said. Did you say we can speak at your tavern?
No, he said you are not welcome at his tavern. But Caleb, perhaps I can talk with this dwarf more. And if you would, Caleb, please go check Grendel's house if you see an axe lying around.
Thank you very much.
He gestures to Amber to follow him into the tavern. He did not gesture to Alden to follow into the tavern.
So is Alden still tying up?
Well, I didn't do that as soon as like people were coming out.
Oh, you stopped.
So me and Galadin are just in the outside, just standing.
Well, he was going to say, Dragonborn, please bring Grundle.
Okay. Grendel.
Oh, what? Okay, you got it.
You guys to carry him into the tavern as we looked after. Okay, so we'll pause there real quick and go back to Carm and Veneer.
They're having a chat down there.
Yeah, so what have you guys been up to?
Oh yeah, we just walked over to the pot and we're kind of looking at it.
But
And
by the
we'd
pot,
like to
you mean the
investigate
cauldron.
it. The cauldron, yeah.
You were not sitting next to each other in some stalls.
Okay, so you guys go in the cauldron.
Kind of looking around, kind of underneath it too, because I'm assuming it's big, so things could fall underneath it. Kind of rest on some legs.
You check around it. You check underneath. Check the sides. I think Galandan kind of did this check before, but now you guys, I guess, are doing it yourself for the first time. You don't find anything of particular use. You do kind of notice that as you are making this path from the hanging trees to the cauldron, you see that there was a somewhat beaten path there also, which kind of started out bloody and became less and less bloody the further you got towards the cauldron. You look inside, you kind of see the same thing Galandan saw earlier. It looks like it's kind of been coated with some sort of strange, material that's like the same color that the skeletons were, but you don't really see too much else there.
Veneer, I think someone basically ripped the bones off of the people and left the flesh over by the trees and brought them here and made a skeleton army with whatever concoction they decided with. So I'm thinking maybe we should go find some humans and try to recreate.
Looks like they're going.
There's a village nearby.
Yeah, maybe we should just scout the area real quick, do a run the perimeter and see there might be a little depression where somebody would hide out if they escaped. Just if we can do that real quick before we go back.
Yeah.
Okay. That sounds like that might take a while. You guys want to roll an investigation, and then we'll kind of leave you doing this scouting.
Sure.
Can I yell at Randall while I'm doing this?
You can yell out whatever you would like.
Randall.
You know your father and maybe your mother.
Oh yeah, I gotta find anything.
Oh man!
Still looking up in the sky.
Wow.
Okay, so you guys, do you look together or are you separated?
We're kind of together. Yeah.
Okay,
See what's the advantage.
I'll ask that before next time, but okay. All right, so you guys are kind of starting this search. We'll leave you to that and pop back. So I'm going to assume, and correct me if you guys want to do something different, but essentially, the two Dragonborn brought in Grundle. Delb kind of gestured, pointed you to the bed upstairs where he wants him to be set, and you set him down. And then obviously he was not very welcoming to you guys either. So kind of you at least got the hint that he wants you to leave the tavern. If you did or not is up to you.
This being everybody but me?
Yeah, except Alden never came in.
Yeah, but I'm waiting on the steps of the tavern for Caleb to arrive. Because I'm confident he'll arrive with the axe.
Sure.
I'm not, but yeah, I'm not there.
Okay. Phoenix, are you doing the same thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
All right.
I guess.
Go ahead.
Oh no. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna kind of switch back to the conversation now that Delb is having with Amber. So he kind of leads you back into sort of his office, which is not very well furnished, but it does have the desk with his chair behind it and one chair in front of it, which you take. He sits down, kind of lets out a long sigh, and then kind of leans over the desk and says, "So, what did you find at the chapel?"
Honestly, I found very little, sadly, because as soon as I arrived, a woman came around the corner and said that she'd be willing to help me look. And the next thing I knew, I woke up in a cage. So clearly she was not there to help me. I was in the cage for a long time until these people who I'm now with, who admittedly are rough around the edges, actually saved me. And when I told them that there might be another person that was still there that I had actually come to look for, some of them stayed behind to continue looking, and the rest of us came back here. But I really didn't find very much, unfortunately.
What? Some woman was there? What did she look like?
Old. I don't have a lot to go off of.
Yeah, she was old, kind of like hunchback, decrepit, warty, very your stereotypical like ag. Well, no, not true. Revert that. She was a pretty plain looking like townsperson. Nothing stands out. You can make up kind of a regular looking,
Still elderly
person. No, not elderly.
Not elderly? Oh.
So yeah, so I think somewhere in the translation this was missed or forgotten. But so when you were first taken captive, right, it was like this very normal looking woman who approached you and took you, and then the next thing you remember is you waking up and it being like a tag thing that kept coming and sapping your life force or whatever.
Okay.
So
that's true. So I, in my head, have weirdly made them one and the same, but I don't have proof because they did not look the same.
Right. But so when he's asking you what did this woman look like, I guess
normal.
You can,
the one that came to help me, not nondescript. I mean, that's true, correct?
Yeah, pretty nondescript. Okay.
Yeah. I really did want to find your son. I'm sorry that I don't have any better news yet. We haven't given up continuing to look, but I think in order for me to gain the trust of this group, because they don't know me, they don't know whether or not I'm good or bad, I think if I can prove something of my story, which is to reclaim the axe, they might be willing to believe me when I am saying other things about when I went to the chapel, which is part of why I really want the axe back.
Yeah, I have no idea what's happening with that axe. Your friends either lied to me, in which case I don't understand why they're your friends, or, well, they're telling the truth and
I have no idea
for no reason.
Well, I do hear where you're coming from, and I had no idea that we were going to attack Grendel. I just came back to talk to him because I had found out that it appeared that he had lied to me, and he had told me he had given the axe when he had not. So I thought we were coming back to talk to him, and other people in my party took stronger forms of persuasion into their own hands. They never intended to do permanent damage to him. I think that when he was lying to us, we were trying to seem intimidating, but perhaps that went a little far.
Perhaps that went a little far. Yes.
Is there anything I can do that would sort of help this situation?
Yeah, your friends have either lied to me, or attacked Grendel for no reason. I don't see any way around that. I have been nothing but kind.
That is true.
And it has not helped things when things have already been going poorly enough. I have no idea what is going on with this axe of yours. You apparently have made the chapel safer, or so your friends claim, the ones who have probably already lied to me.
Yes, they weren't really trying to lie to you. They were trying to keep me from running away from the group. So they thought by telling a white lie that they had my axe, I would be more willing to stay. I'm very sorry that you got caught up in the middle of this lie. While it's distracting. Yeah, I get that it's bad. We don't really need you to. We're not trying to involve you in any way. All we really want to be able to do is talk to Grendel when he wakes up.
All right. When Grendel wakes up, I'll let you know. You can stay here until he awakes.
Okay.
But your friends are not welcome here. You cannot stay here.
That seems more than fair.
Okay. Well, I suppose we have nothing left to say until Grendel awakens.
Okay. Thank you for being willing to hear me out.
He kind of gets up, from his desk. Sends whatever appropriate body language is for leave.
I will leave.
All right, so Dan is yawning, waiting for Caleb, wondering how far Grendel. I don't know who Grendel is. Grendel's house is probably quite far.
Does she relay the conversation to us?
Yes.
Okay, so Amber, you head out and you're talking with them.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming everybody leaves except Amber stays in the tavern.
Yeah, where are y'all gonna go? What does leaves mean?
Yeah.
So last I heard, you guys were like at the steps outside the tavern waiting for Caleb to return.
That's where and then I'm now by a nearby tree yelling at a squirrel, but yeah.
Okay.
What?
So Alden, what are you up to around that? All right.
I'm just I literally just have a back to the wall and I'm overseeing the investigation by Caleb or whatever his name was.
So Caleb would have gone into the building. Did you attempt to follow him into Grendel's house?
Well, you said it was a pretty open area.
So the blacksmithing area was open, where he does his work and everything. It has a roof, but it doesn't have walls.
Yeah.
His actual living quarters, is like a small shack. From the outside it looks like a single room, but it is an actual building, right? That the blacksmith comes off of.
Okay.
I need to set scenes better.
So I don't actually enter any room that he's in. I'm always outside of his room, but I'm just have a back to the door and I just have a side eye on him as he's investigating. Just kind of just seeing how well he's doing what he's doing.
Okay. He appears to be pretty thorough. You almost get the sense that Caleb, doesn't really like Grendel particularly much, and so he's somewhat taking a grim satisfaction from getting to go through all of his stuff. Yes, I will have this NPC that I just made up roll investigation. Okay. He rolls a 10, so it's completely average. Okay, so he's continuing to look. He really does seem like he's doing a pretty thorough job. Amber has now repeated. So I guess the next things we're waiting for Grendel to wake up or for Caleb to finish his investigation. Is anyone doing anything outside of that? Not really. Okay.
Can't really do anything
I
now.
guess not. I mean, there's probably no way we can really. Yeah. No, I guess.
Basically outcast now at this point.
Yeah.
That's moderately fair. Okay. So Caleb spends some more time in there, and then he comes out with a large package in his hands. He sees Alden kind of standing there.
I kind of just nod and I just back away from the door and I just lean on the outside of the building. I see his job's done. I'm just sitting here.
I see Caleb and I say, "Oh, Caleb, you found it. Now you can explain to Delb that we were telling the truth. All will be good again."
I have found some package that was in the back of his closet. I also found what looked like a secret compartment underneath his bed. It looked like that was open. It looked too small for this package to fit in it. Maybe your saving grace. If this is your axe. So Caleb goes in and he takes it into the tavern. A few minutes pass. Delb comes out with Caleb, and they're holding what looks like a pretty fancy axe.
So you see, Delb, it was all just a misunderstanding caused by some slight thievery that we're willing to forgive.
Wrong way to put it.
All you have are you like trying to roll persuasion? I can't really tell. I mean,
Yeah, I've got high charisma and persuasion, so yeah, yes.
The way you play your character sure doesn't sound like you should.
Very low wisdom, but high persuasion. Do you want me to roll persuasion?
Yeah, I mean, if that's what you were.
Yes.
Holy moly!
Wow! How do you get? Wow!
Rolls his eyes as soon as you open your mouth. All this has proven is that Grundle is a liar, which I already knew. Well, I guess that's not true. It's also proven that you are a liar, in particular.
Now, I told you to tell Amber that we had her axe in order for her to come follow us, but that was different motives, you know.
If you would just give us the axe, we will leave.
We will get out of your hair.
That's all. That's it.
You handed the axe to him?
You absolutely will be.
What?
That I agree with completely.
We also can wait to get the report from our friends who are coming back to see if they have found out any other news relating to your son. And then get out of your hair.
Just remember.
It's been really good to you, Del, but we put our own lives in danger by destroying a skeleton army. I destroyed a skeleton army for you, looking for your son.
Even before I knew you, I told you I'll promise to bring some news of your son.
No.
We're still looking. We're not giving up.
You all were looking for Amber, and apparently you were really only looking for Amber because you were looking for his axe. You were not looking for my son. He might have been a nice secondary, objective for you guys. But you returned yesterday. Your spirits were not down. My son was not found. This dwarf looked ragged. She looks like she may have actually gone to the chapel. You all claim that you went to the chapel and that everything is fine.
You can have this distrust of people and never find your son again, Delb. Or you can show a little bit
At
of
this
faith
point,
in
I'm shutting up Galandan.
Yeah.
What?
Did you actually say that?
I literally just
He
elbowed
did
him
not.
as hard as I can and pushed him away.
I do not know what this axe could possibly be worth to you all.
I'm walking away.
I cannot.
I'm getting water, but I can still hear it.
Having taken the nudge and knowing that I should shut up now, I'm walking away. Heading over toward Alden and trying to look cool like he does. Looking him up and down like, what's he doing? Trying to.
I don't know. I think this guy has got us pegged.
I lost my son, and you have attacked my neighbors, and you insult me. To finish that off, Amber, these are your you went and looked for my son, and these are the companions that you are making your bed with.
No, they just happen to be the people who saved me, and I didn't want to be completely ungrateful, so I'm still sussing the situation.
Huh. I'll look over, assessing the situation, huh?
Yes. And trying to heal all wounds.
I'm torn. I want you all to leave, but I also do not want to aid you in any way.
You're torn because you want what?
I want you to leave, but I do not want to help you.
Well, I do realize this puts you in a weird place, and I am truly sorry that there is not yet any better news of your son. That really had been a priority of mine, was to try to find him. And I seem
What
to
can
have
we do
failed
to
in that.
gain your trust that we are telling the truth, that we are still looking for your son?
If you return with my son,
Or any, okay.
all will be forgiven. I don't know what else. Take your axe and go. And he hands the axe to Amber and heads back into the tavern.
Well, I feel bad.
I think we should look for his son.
I agree.
Me and Alden are already headed back to the chapel.
Jerk. Okay, well, Phoenix and I will begin in that direction.
Okay. So eventually everyone makes their way back to the chapel. You guys meet up with Carm and Veneer. It's moderately easy to find because Carm, for the last hour or so, has been constantly yelling Randall. But your guys' search has not really turned up much. You found, a few places that you think, oh, someone might have hidden here, but you don't find anyone actually hiding in any of those places. Go ahead and actually let's
roll initiative.
Veneer, will you roll survival for me?
Uh-oh.
Survival?
Yeah.
I can't roll for it.
Okay.
You roll for it.
So as you guys are exploring, right, and Veneer notices, some what looks like, earth that has recently moved, and gets the idea that perhaps, this is above that tunnel that has collapsed. Yeah, Randall is the boy. And so Veneer, you're pretty confident now that you guys are standing on top of this tunnel. And I'll just say you have that knowledge. I don't know if there's anything you want to do with that, but you realize you're kind of on top of this escape route.
So where the tunnel ran through?
Yeah, you're on the ground above where the tunnel was.
It's just kind of like a slight sinkhole, kind of. A little bit.
Yeah.
So
you can kind of make out the path in the distance.
Yeah. So I just call over to Carm and I'm like, hey, this is probably where the tunnel ran through. So you want to go check out the entrance to the tunnel where we came out yesterday?
And we'll say that the other people have kind of grouped up with you as you're making this revelation, just so we can get the party back together.
Yeah, you guys want to go check it out?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes, you guys missed a heck of a lot that we'll catch you up on later.
Yeah.
We ain't getting free rooms anytime soon.
Yeah, could you catch us up later when we're at the tavern over a beer?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, before we get there, we'll catch you up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys are just making your way along this tunnel, the collapsed tunnel path. You make your way to a familiar area where you had actually exited the tunnel. So the incline kind of gets steeper where the tunnel mouth was, and you make your way down to where it was, and you see, you're back where the tunnel had exited. You see the river.
All right, guys, this is
the other way.
This is where the tunnel exited. So we should probably try to find a path that goes somewhere. Yeah.
Investigation.
Yep.
Yeah, you all want to. Anyone who's proficient in investigation?
Definitely not.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and roll it.
I'm proficient in investigation.
Okay. I'll say Veneer can roll investigation. Alden can roll investigation. Activity, we'll give you guys advantage on it.
Wait, who's rolling it?
Oh.
All right.
Wow.
That's a pretty good roll.
That is amazing. That is Wow.
That is
That's
really
a 19, isn't it?
18.
That's an
18.
18 for you. I'm more marveling at Veneer's horrible.
Wait, is everybody rolling investigation or just them two?
No, it
well,
was just. Go ahead.
can I also roll Arcana to see if I can sort of pick up on if anything bad is still around?
Oh, general arcana.
Yes, I can. Did you say yes? I'm sorry.
Oh yes, sorry. You.
Yeah, she can't see your face.
Okay.
Oh, hey.
All right, yeah,
You want to
tell
talk,
if there's anything.
Heavens.
Okay, so y'all are kind of looking for a path. Alden is one of you looking for this path. And you don't really actually find much of a path leading anywhere. It doesn't look like anything was very well trod. But Alden, you do notice what looks like another, maybe a good 50 feet away from the foot of the, or the mouth of the tunnel, what looks like, recently tilled earth.
Hey, someone might want to dig that up over there.
Yeah, I'll volunteer myself. Handling?
Have you rolled above a 10 today?
Yeah, it really sounds amazing.
Wow.
You want me to roll an athletic check?
No. Okay, so yeah, you work at it for a while, and you eventually manage to unearth what looks like a dwarven warhammer.
Hey!
Hey! Wait.
Way to go.
I'm calling it. That's mine.
No, it's definitely mine.
Doesn't have your name on it.
Do you see that scratch in the handle? That's right of.
He can't
Near the
read.
top?
It won't,
You pause.
it won't be
You
able to
pause.
tell what it says.
So I'm holding this hammer, right? At this point.
Yeah.
Just
I recall that she didn't trust us when she was trying to persuade Del earlier.
Yeah, let's talk about this for a little bit.
Yes.
What went down over there?
Yeah.
I think you need to fill me and
Yes,
Carmen
Amber,
on.
please go ahead and explain the situation.
Me?
What's the situation, guys?
Did something
Okay,
happen?
this is very weird that I can't see you guys. I can't pick up on any nonverbal cues. You did ask me to share, right?
Alden ruined everything, guys.
And Amber doesn't really trust any of us.
I mean, I do want to trust you guys, but I'm not really sure why that got as intense as it did. But basically, we went back to try to get the axe, and Grundle was indeed lying, and it turned sour very quickly with some sort of mind thing that I do not really understand that somebody in your group can do. And
Wait,
we
someone
hurt
can
him,
do
and
that?
we eventually knocked him out. And Del hates us now, so he's probably not going to be very much of a help, but he's still worried about his son. We did get the axe back, and now we're here to look for his son.
So you told him we would find his son?
We told him we were still trying.
Why would we do that?
Yeah.
Because that's the right thing to do.
Are good people.
I thought we just came here to get the axe.
Wow, perhaps you guys are the worst, and I don't want to be in
I did make a promise that we would find
I'm kidding, I'm kidding.
Okay, yeah, but that's because you're a paladin, supposedly.
What?
Wow, now you don't believe Phoenix?
Wow, this group
No,
is
We
Really
might
quickly.
just think he might have succumbed to your womanly charms. We're doubting his.
I'm pretty sure I said
Wow, you guys are really weird.
We found her.
Well,
Okay.
I guess
Did he
we have to
promise
do
a
everything.
reward of some sort?
That's
Who,
good.
Del?
That's good.
Yeah.
No, but we've pretty much been all but banned from town because of our behavior, and
So
You
we're
didn't-
doing this for free. And also,
doing it
why are we banned from this town?
because of all the weird stuff that
Mostly
went down
because
while
of
we were.
And his terrible persuasion.
Huh.
We accidentally knocked out the blacksmith, guys. Okay, it happens. Okay, you know what? And so now they don't really like us.
You won't ever get your knuckles. Brass knuckles.
Yeah, that's probably true.
The blacksmith for knuckles.
No, he ordered those from a different blacksmith.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you're lucky. I do think that if we were able to find Randall, that Delb would probably give us something, but he did not promise it, and that's not the reason why I want to find him.
Why do you want to find them?
Because we're good people, Carm.
Yeah.
Carm.
Okay.
The whole reason that I
Some
came
of
out
us
here
are.
solo.
Well, I'm taking a cut of your reward for this extra trip. It's because you're good people, but
You can't count money, so we'll doesn't matter.
Yeah. Silver is worth a lot more than gold.
Well,
All right. So did you guys find a belt thing or anything?
What
No, I
belt?
went down this hammer.
we've been looking around for a while. And we haven't seen very much evidence of any.
Delb told us to
Have-
look for a silver belt with a bird shape on it. Amber. I know.
We haven't.
Oh,
Haven't seen
was it
that.
Randall's?
He didn't tell us that, but that's what we're assuming.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I'll be right back. I'm going to just grab a drink.
I'm still
So-
holding on.
well, apparently
I'm gonna get a drink
no
too.
one's serving us anymore, so I don't know we're gonna get a drink around here.
Yeah.
I'm still holding on to this hammer.
In an effort to create some goodwill with you guys, you can continue holding on to it, but hopefully if we get into a battle, you will toss it to me so that I can actually be of use.
Yeah, could you toss me the war axe, please?
No, do not give it to him.
I need a weapon to defend myself.
You don't have one?
He
No.
chose to go weaponless.
Okay, well then I think that you already made your choice. Aren't you always arm wrestling? Aren't you supposed to be strong enough to do this without a weapon?
Ooh.
I'm sorry, who are you again?
So qualify for me. Who has the axe right now?
I assume he gave it to Amber.
Yeah,
Assuming
isn't it me?
Amber still has it.
I do.
All right.
Wait, no, I have it, but Phoenix has my warhammer, correct?
Yeah. Yeah, I thought someone said something about the axe.
I think they did, sorry, but I think I do still have it. I have not given it away.
What is Gallon
I have no idea what
It's my Warhammer, and I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is this Warhammer special? Can I do like an inspection check or something?
I'll do an Arcana check on it.
Wow.
Well, it seems like you guys have gotten us into a bind.
Seem to be magical.
We've
By
been
you
following
guys, you mean
something.
Alden. Come on, it was all that guy.
Come on, it was all of you guys put together.
I don't know what you're
Right.
talking about. I went back to town to get the axe, and I succeeded.
It's true. I've done what he promised.
My face is like stark blank. Like that is why I went to town. Like that is 100% me telling like blatant truth.
He doesn't seem to be lying to me.
You succeeded in finding the axe as well as the meteor succeeded in finding the dinosaurs.
Call it what you will, but I succeeded in my goal.
You
And
did.
exiled us.
Well, it's just
I don't intend to stay in this town very long.
Well,
Amber wants to find this kid. She's got the axe, which is our goal to turn it in, and she's not leaving this area without finding the kid, so we're finding the kid.
That is very logical.
All right, let's look for the kid for Pete's
I'll
sake.
tell you what. Warhammer for the axe.
The Warhammer is currently in my possession.
Also, who gave her armor back?
Who just asked me that?
That's a very good question.
That's a good question, Peter. He stole it from us.
She stole it from you?
She stole it from me. No, I'm just kidding.
I did not.
No, I gave her the armor.
Oh. You gave her the armor. You
I thought she
freed
would be
her from her cell without asking any questions.
And I didn't run away. I'm still hanging in there. I don't know why you're so distrusting.
She does have the axe.
Phoenix,
She
this
does have the axe.
woman could very well just be a male dwarf. Are you willing to risk everything for her?
She does have the axe.
I do. And if
Carm,
it wasn't for me, we wouldn't have it because I was the one that talked Delve into letting us actually get it, kind of. So though Alden was very helpful, I do think you need to give me some credits.
You
Is that
talked
before or
to Del-
after you're trying to blame everything on us?
Carm, Carm should arm
Wait,
wrestle Amber.
Was everybody present for this conversation of you and Delve?
No, I wasn't there.
Oh, you
No, they
weren't
weren't
there.
actually.
But when he was speaking to us outside, I felt a little sense of her being the innocence and putting the blame on all of us.
I was
I'm not sure what side you're trying to play here, Phoenix.
Honesty side.
Thank you.
So yeah, she was trying to blame us.
I did somewhat throw you guys under the bus. That is true. I was trying to appeal to Delve and also was a little confused that it got as intense as it did. So that is fair, Phoenix.
That's why I'm keeping the hammer right now.
Okay,
That's fair.
let's find this kid. Get this over with.
She already has an axe. What's giving her a hammer gonna hurt?
Maybe she can't wield an axe.
She's a dwarf. That's all they use.
Have we
this
made
hammer-
any progress with Randall?
You guys are just sitting around talking, right?
What?
You found the Warhammer and you've just been talking since.
Yes. Apparently that is all we've done.
Okay.
Well, we're pretty sure there's no sign of him at the chapel that we can tell.
Or at
So
or at the cauldron, or underneath the chapel.
we looked
or
everywhere
around
everybody else had already looked. So
What the heck?
So we didn't actually find any like path that led from this tunnel. Is that correct?
no, just the warhammer.
Just the mound.
So even though
Why
I'm
would
hoping
the
this,
Warhammer be buried?
That is a good question.
yeah, that's true.
What was the question?
Why would the Warhammer be buried? Just saying that out loud.
Yeah, that is a good question.
Yeah, Amber, why would your Warhammer be buried?
Her Warhammer?
Yes, thanks. I am assuming that it was probably too heavy for the hag to carry around. So
Oh, so she had
Well,
time
why
to
would you
get
bury
in the hole, and then
I did not bury it.
If it's too heavy, she would just drop it. No need to put extra energy in digging a hole, putting it in
Well,
there,
she
and
probably
covering
didn't
it
want
up.
it taken, which is the reason that she also locked up my armor. She probably didn't want that taken either. But she must have had less time to put it away, which is weird.
So did you guys ask anybody if they had seen the lady that you saw before you went to the chapel? And
We
then
did not, which
okay.
would have been a good question to have asked.
okay.
Well, through your
if you-
conversation with Delph, I guess you mentioned about the woman. Did he look suspicious, or did he know someone in town that matched the description?
He did ask me about her, but I don't remember him responding strongly in either direction when I gave him a description. But to be fair, I gave him almost no description because I didn't have much of a time to really see her before I was knocked out.
Well, you are very trusting of people, Amber.
Apparently, I am too trusting of people. I am learning that.
So I have an idea of something to try.
Okay.
Maybe we could look at that that clearing area again and actually look for tracks of trails that maybe this hag might have taken. I know we were mostly investigating like Randall himself, but maybe the hag has another hiding place somewhere. And I have this suspicion that maybe she'll still come back to that underground room. So my thought is that if we put an alarm down there while we are doing this searching around the chapel, I'll do my little ability where I can check up on an object in there and see things from its perspective. So alarm goes off. Phoenix or Veneer tells me, I look through the perspective and see what's happening in the room. Maybe we'll get lucky and catch her, and I can get a beat on her.
That's a great idea.
Okay. Okay.
Sounds like a plan. Can't
I'm
hurt.
also wondering, out of game, if Philip, would I know whether or not the woman that I sort of saw would be like strong enough to carry me unconscious into a cage and lock me up by herself? Is that knowledge I would have?
I mean, you're a dwarf. You're wearing armor. She looks like a pretty average woman. I mean, she'd be able to like drag you.
Average. We were told she was attractive.
The dwarf
She did.
is attractive.
I mean, are we assuming she was the one controlling the skeletons?
No, we're assuming that the big skeleton is the one controlling the skeleton.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm wondering if there would be evidence of me being dragged.
By
And if
skeletons?
that would at all be helpful.
And you can go check.
Yeah, I guess it might show if there's some other secret entrance into that room.
Yeah.
So do we want to do my idea first and then start our investigations?
Yes, I like your idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that real quick.
Okay. So your idea was go back to the room,
Mhm.
alarm it, and you are set.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna like I'll put it in chat for everybody to read, but I'm gonna focus on the skull of one of those of the skeleton that's not in the cage, and I'm gonna I can check up on it for the next 24 hours and see things from its perspective and hear things. And I also know whether or not it's moved, its relative direction and distance. I can also learn a few things about it and see any creature that has passed, see any events that have occurred within the past hour, which, you know, it's just been us.
Right.
So you're having to go back down to that room in order to place this, correct?
Well, so does Veneer to cast his
Yeah.
alarm.
Okay. Well, because I think I would like to go down as well, and I'm trying to remember which room that the only bones that were found that were not gold, but I don't know if it's worth trying to do like a medicine check to figure out if I can gain anything, like tell if they've been that way for a long time, if they're human. I don't know if there's anything that I'd be able to gain, but I would like to at least try to see if.
Could you do that investigation with the Warhammer?
No, because I just did it on the skull. I can only do it once per day.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that is a really good thought, though.
I apologize. I was trying to back to exactly what was 24 hours ago.
No. So I only see things, see events that happen from. Oh, right. So the last creature to hold it in the past 24 hours. I only so these are the things I learned. I learned the creature that last held it within the 24 hours. I learn any events that happened around it within the past hour, and then I can see any active events for the next 24 hours.
Okay. And Natalie, what were you saying that you were?
Well, I just remember that there had been I vaguely remember since I was kind of in a weird state, that there were some bones that we found that were not gold that were down in that room. And so I would just want to sort of investigate them myself to hopefully prove that they're not Randall, if that's possible.
Just don't touch the bones before me, just in case.
Okay. Are those the actual bones you're planning to touch, the non-gold ones?
I believe so.
Oh, well then never mind. Then you will be able to probably learn a lot about it.
Yeah, I guess I might learn something about the bones. We'll see.
That'll probably be more than I would with my medicine check. So I'm fine with that. I don't really want to go down there anyway, so I'm cool with this.
Okay, so you guys will make it to the room pretty uneventfully, but Phoenix, will you roll a perception check for me, please?
Yeah. Perception check. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Okay, so you guys are walking back to the chapel.
Oh boy.
You enter, you open the trap door, you get back downstairs, you get into the room. About like halfway through investigating this room, Phoenix, you realize you are no longer holding that warhammer. You had to your back at some point. And you look around, and Alden is currently walking around with it instead.
What?
I hand it to Amber.
What?
He
Wow, okay.
secretly rolled a sleight of hand, which beat your rather lousy perception by a significant amount.
Wait, hold on. When did he roll the sleight of hand here?
Wow, that was awesome.
Can I use my reaction to
Pardon me?
this hammer?
To catch the hammer. I'm handing it, not throwing it.
No, I think the hammer has returned to Amber at this point. Okay. All right. So now you're back in the room. I think it's still really honestly like probably lunchtime ish because you guys have pretty much just gone back and forth a few times, which would be like an hour total. Throw in some investigation and confrontation and everything. I think it's still quite early in the day. And if I recall correctly, and I need to start writing stuff down more often, you didn't really find Amber or open the trap door until a couple of hours after lunch, because I believe you guys opened the trap door and then took a short rest before going down, and I think I remember that short rest being around 2 or 3. So in that case, I would say that Alden, when you do your psionic investigation, you get a mental image of this, old hag woman that is kind of propping up the skeleton next to the cauldron. And I guess you really don't see much other than that.
Do I learn anything about the object? I'm supposed to learn some basic things about it. I don't know what you want to divulge.
Meant to perceive, eventually you can embed an intangible. Perception lasts until. Oh, I see. So you get like a 6-second snippet.
Well, it's also like the very first thing, the very first sentence, I learn a few basic facts about the object.
That is interesting. Okay. What would you consider? Okay, so I mean, it is a. Okay, so I'm gonna. So the way I'm going to interpret this is essentially you. No. I'm trying to figure out if this should actually be like you get magical insight into it, or you get magically enhanced investigation that anybody could kind of get.
Yeah, I think this should be like, in my opinion, I think it's like, oh, you have a supernatural understanding of this object for some reason.
I like that.
I'm not trying to say this to like sway things in my favor, but in my mind, it's like I'm using this ability, and it's not just like giving me an advantage on an investigation roll. It's giving me things that maybe I wouldn't be able to know, but basic things.
Okay. Yeah, that's what's difficult to define. Okay, we'll say you are able to tell that this is a male human skeleton that was recently made, or yeah, I mean, I guess the skeleton was made when the kid was born, but it recently became a skeleton. It has been being used in some sort of ritual, which seems like it's been failing. And we will say, since you kind of already have inclination towards this, that you get the sense that it was often around a precious metal.
Oh no! I mean, I don't know anything yet, but once he tells me, I'll react that way.
I don't tell you, so don't react. Yeah, so the hag has definitely been here within the past 24 hours. Hopefully she'll come back within the next 24 hours, and that's kind of the goal. So, Veneer, you want to cast your alarm somewhere in this room?
Yeah. So would I just like take down the other alarm, basically?
Okay.
And then set this one?
And you're just setting this like in the doorway to this particular room or the hallway?
Let's see. Yeah, this little entry kind of area right here.
How wide is the area that covers?
It's like a 20-foot.
It's
So
like
it
a
would
doorway
easily-
or a window. It's
Yeah.
a regular.
It's not supposed to.
Oh, it's not very big? All right.
Yeah.
Wait, so Alden, did you learn anything else other than that the hag's been here lately?
It's a human male. It's been used in this ritual, you know. We told you about the skeletons we fought. They were all like gold covered. Yeah, I think she was trying to do something with it to turn it gold in some way as part of her ritual, but it didn't seem to catch.
Do we
That's about it.
think that it's Randall? Do we know anything else?
I don't.
Is it like-
I could not glean that information, but judging from its size, I'm kind of guessing not.
Okay.
Can I get a rough estimate as to how old I think Delb is?
Delb is like mid-40s.
Okay, so he could be teenager. So I guess I can't really quite say.
Okay. Shoot. So we're just planning to hang out until the hag comes back? I'm not
No,
gonna
not-
lie, that does not
Not
sound
just
fun.
hang out. I'll know when she comes back, and then I can see her, which I don't know what value that is, but we can rush in and try and nab her before she goes.
We don't have to be in this room though.
No, we can be a mile away.
Oh good. I'd like to be far away.
We can go look for some trails that might exist outside of in the woods or something.
Yeah, you. Amber, you said you had some sort of investigative activity you wanted to do.
Yeah, basically returned to the only real investigation that I did before I was knocked out was that I had sort of walked around the outside of the building. So I'm just curious to go back to that spot and see if I can learn anything.
Oh, your drag trail, right? That was what you were. Okay, yeah. You guys can do whatever investigations from here.
So one thing so you guys know that Delb is like mid-40s. You know that Laura. Well, I guess you guys don't really know much about tieflings, but she's on me.
Let's go snipe buddy.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So you guys are heading back out, and you're trying to find where Amber had been knocked out.
I don't think it takes a lot of us to go do that, so I'm gonna just keep looking around in the chapel, see if I can find a belt buckle. I feel like there's more rooms in the chapel I could explore.
Okay.
Don't wander too far.
And, I can start looking for like a bigger animal that might have seen the hag or something
Oh,
to
well, that's a
talk
good
to
idea.
it.
Okay.
You talk
And,
to animals?
So I'll start wandering around.
He
Yeah,
talked to
pretty cool.
animals. There's a lot of this going on today.
It's for sure. Yeah.
I walk by and it's like,
Candy.
that's why he can talk to you, and I keep walking.
Oh, snap.
I'm not sure I'm a fan of this one.
Tell me who's going where. Amber is going to attempt to find where she was knocked out. Is
Yes.
anyone going with her?
I'm with Amber. I'm pretty much always with Amber.
Really?
Does that mean you don't trust me, or you do trust me?
You don't know that.
I don't know that. No, I'm asking.
You don't know that. Keep that as a question, Natalie.
Okay, and so then we have Galandan is continuing to search the chapel. We have Veneer. Where are you actually doing your searching?
Towards the edge of the woods. So probably on where there's trees. Well, I guess it's all trees. But
So are you like picking
where me and
south the chapel?
Oh,
Yeah,
hey,
just
my
direction.
phone is like super dying, so I'm gonna try to go get a cord, but it probably will lose the call.
see to where on the side that me and Carm went around, like that first time we saw the chapel. So I'll head to that kind of area.
Okay, so like the east side, because you guys were the ones who went up to the cauldron and then over to the hanging tree.
Yeah.
Is that are those stairs at the front?
No, there aren't stairs there.
Oh, there are stairs. Okay.
Yeah, sorry. That's one of the reasons I don't like you.
I gotcha. Okay.
Okay, Phoenix, I don't know where you are.
I am just searching the east wing of the chapel. So in that, I guess that room to the east.
And Carm, I don't know where you are.
Can I climb to the top of the chapel?
Okay, Carm is attempting to climb to the top of the chapel.
Athletic check. Ball.
That will probably happen. Galandan,
Yeah.
will you roll investigation?
Yeah. Hey, over 10, guys. That's
Hey, that's the first of the night, right?
personal best. Personal
First
best.
up ever.
Okay. Let me.
What was this for? I'm sorry, I'm left.
I'm in the chapel looking around
Okay.
everywhere.
Okay. Yeah. So a lot of the chapel had kind of previously been explored, but so you are going back through and giving everything kind of a closer look over. One of the places you are checking is kind of in that alcove to the north, where I believe you guys found that
The cloak.
yeah, the cloak of the assassin earlier. So maybe because you had such great success there before, you have learned. This time you are going through the desk a little more carefully than you did last time, and you find in the top left drawer there's a false bottom underneath which you find a vital pendant of malediction.
Whoa.
Who is this guy?
What does that do?
Oh, you see it now?
Wondrous.
Yep.
Wow.
Double uncommon, guys. This
Bane?
is double uncommon.
Oh, unreplenishable.
Contains 1d10 unreplenishable charges of the Bane spell. Oh, the same. Okay, so what I have.
So you want to roll that d4? Cade?
Yeah.
Oh,
Just
well, he has to attune to it first.
You're right. Well, I mean, no, you can still roll the d4, and then you'll only actually be able to use any of that stuff after you've attuned. I guess I shouldn't have shown
Well,
that.
he doesn't. Oh, 1d4 of charges. You're rolling per amount of charges. I see.
Yeah.
Wow, none of that makes any sense to me. Sounds like you guys.
Not a bad roll.
I'm a pretty seasoned D&D player. I know what it all means.
Okay, so that's in your possession. I goofed and shouldn't have let you know the specifics about it until you identified, but we'll roll with that anyway. Okay.
okay.
Yeah, so that's in your possession. After the next short rest, you can actually start using it if you would like to attune to it immediately.
3 Okay, so I'm gonna start attuning to this thing.
In the next short rest, yeah, you can attune to it.
Oh, okay. 3 unreplenishable charges of the Bane spell.
Yeah, and that Constitution thing is what I'd be more excited about.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. You get an extra,
HP.
3 or so HP.
That's a big deal.
All right.
Forever, or just like one time, or
No, just while you're attuned to it.
So while I have it on me, I get 3 more HP.
No, while you're attuned to it.
I got a question. How many things can you attune at one time?
3.
3? Okay.
After I attune to it, all I have to do is have it on me to stay attuned to it, or what?
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
so you can. You did look up the rules. You can lose attunement, like in kind of extraordinary circumstances, like if you are separated from it for a while.
I didn't really.
Standard use will be attuned until you decide to not attune to it anymore. Okay, Phoenix. Also
great.
roll investigation.
Yeah. This is not good.
Oh!
I got -1.
Yeah, you're looking around. Nothing's turned up yet. Well, move on. Carm, you want to do your athletics check?
What's Carm doing?
He's climbing to the top.
The
Top of what? The chapel?
Yeah.
or the inside of the chapel?
The outside.
Okay.
But I'm like looking for an easy way up.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
good. So, you can get to those windows pretty easily, and then from the window you can probably, get to the roof pretty easily. But there is that spire, which I assume you are now attempting to scale.
Oh, like in the middle?
Yes.
Okay. Did you say acrobatics or athletics?
You can choose.
How cool are you trying to make this look?
Yeah, can you describe this to us?
Yeah.
Roll an additional performance check. No.
I'll roll athletics then.
2.
You're making your way up very carefully. Almost fall a few times. You're after the first almost catastrophic, plummet. You've started going much more slowly and carefully. And you're climbing. You haven't fallen or anything.
I didn't even think about that. Getting some height to see what we can see from there. That's actually a pretty good idea.
Guys, we have our most intelligent person on the job.
All right, Amber, will you roll?
So before that happens, though, like I instruct Amber, like show me where you think you got knocked down. I'm pretty good at looking at things, and maybe I can help you out with this.
Yeah, so I'm actually wanting her to roll either history or perception to even find where she got knocked out.
Oh,
Yes.
okay, sure.
Okay. Can I also roll insight to try to figure out why Alden's always following me around?
Yeah.
I don't
What'd you
really
say?
know what you would want me to roll against that.
I don't know. I don't know what to make of you because you're very.
So he's lived his life, as far as I know, being very stone-faced. So this is not going to be an easy.
He's lived his life very what?
Stone-faced.
Oh.
Yes. He plays it close to the chest, so it'll be hard to read, but, maybe you're more insightful than.
Maybe I'm really insightful. You don't know me.
Peyton and Reed's favorite character from Night at the Museum is the stone-faced guy.
You give me num-num, or
Yep,
gum-gum.
Gum-gum. Gum-gum. They love saying that. Yeah. Okay, sorry.
So yeah, I guess what the thing I'm specifically asking him is, I know he's giving me instructions as to things he wants me to do, and I'm trying to read I still might not be able to tell, but what I'm hoping to get out of this role is to see, can I tell if that really is in my best interest or if he's hiding something when he asks me those questions?
So, this particular question, I am asking you to, show me where you were knocked down, sort of thing? Got it.
Okay, I'm rolling it. Oh, dear.
I'm pretty sure you can't discern anything.
Yeah, I'm thinking that with the natural one, I'm thinking, no. Man, I miss being a bard. I want to re-roll that.
Oh, wisdom, you're way better. Because of luck. I think that's because you were a halfling.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
It's bardic luck, though.
No, bardic luck is it? Wait, bardic luck?
Bardic luck.
There might
What's
be
the
a particular path that lets you do that, but
Oh, barnacle.
Well, I don't have it, whatever it is, sadly. Okay, well, so that was not helpful. Philip, what did you want me to roll? History or something?
You're making stuff up. There's no bardic luck.
There's bardic inspiration.
Holy moly, you got a +5?
Wow.
Me? Yeah. And it was still that bad.
Are you super
okay,
handicapped
lucky
on
in
it?
something. What did you ask?
I said, are you super handicapped on anything?
I'm just -1s, but in multiple things.
She's both proficient and has a good wisdom modifier.
I see.
Yeah, no, it was baffling luck.
So, Philip, you said either history or what?
Perception.
Perception's better. I'll do that.
Oh man!
You guys are rubbing off on me. I used to roll decently.
I mean, it was a long time ago. Got knocked in the head shortly after. You're having a hard time really recollecting where that went down.
So she like points out a place, and I'm trying to investigate for her, and I'm like, I don't see anything.
I really don't know what happened, obviously.
Yeah.
Good thing Carm's not around, or he'd be getting pretty suspicious.
Can I see him from up there?
I think he's still trying to climb.
Yeah, really.
Okay, and so Veneer, you are east. You want to do I don't know, survival or animal handling to attempt to find an animal? Like what? So what are you looking for here? I guess explain to me exactly what.
Basically, the idea is a pretty good idea. So you know how Gandalf in one of those movies, he like walks out and starts whistling that like note.
Wow.
Yeah.
So basically, if you
Uh-oh.
Oh no, he cut off.
No!
It was such a good idea.
You DC'd.
Say everything again.
oh no, what did you guys?
So basically,
We didn't hear anything.
Gandalf whistle, then is nothing.
So basically, I'm hoping a more intelligent animal than a songbird is curious and comes to talk to me because
So you're whistling?
I'm a ranger. Yeah.
Philip, are
I would
you
do it.
crying because of laughter?
No, it's like a really low whistle.
should it be a high pitch?
How do you make a low whistle? They're all pretty high pitched.
It's like lower than normal. I don't know.
Okay.
I could try to do it for you, but I'm laughing right now, so I can't really.
You want to roll animal handling for that, I guess?
Sure.
Okay.
Huh.
All right.
Maybe-
You with your ranger mystique, I guess, attract some rabbits and foxes and minor, small animals. You're not sure if they're actually attracted to the whistle or just like you noticed them because they all turned to look at you. But you some animals, no like huge deer or anything, or like an eagle or whatnot. But you got
Well, foxes are pretty smart.
foxes.
I can talk to the foxes.
All right.
Let me cast. I think this is my last spell. Let's see.
That's not.
That's the wrong
not
one.
it.
Sorry. It's hard to see it.
Oh.
So I just kind of call out to the foxes or whatever, yell at them, get their attention, and ask them if they've seen any people walking around lately besides some dragonborn and people like me,
Miscreants.
like a hag, perhaps an old lady.
Yeah.
She might smell pretty funny.
I like the whole, just whispering back to you because,
Mhm.
that seems like fun, but also I don't want to take that time right now, so I might just say things, unless you want me to, make sure only you have this knowledge and you can learn what to do with it.
You can just say it out.
We can, we can attempt to like not know that knowledge.
That's true. It's more fun when you like just really don't know that knowledge.
I know, which is why I would like to be able to type everything to everybody because I do telepathy to one person at a time, but that would be totally not plausible for the party.
Yeah.
No, that'd be kind of hard.
You really only have to
Levitation.
Okay.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
but it's only 20 feet.
That's we will get back to that. Okay. So what did you say to this fox?
Oh, I was just asking if he's seen any people walking around in the past months or weeks that have been of questionable nature. A little suspicious, kind of have
Yeah, so
harmful.
the fox says,
What does the fox say?
Oh boy, not that again.
The fox thinks to itself, very foxy manner. It says, not many come and go here, but those that do usually smell rather rotten.
That's not surprising. There's been a lot of skeletons around here. But any bigger holes or dens that you've seen where a human might be going in and out of?
There's a whole quite a ways from here that I've explored every now and then, but no, nothing nearby. But these are not not a skeleton. I know this thing. I know this clanging thing up at the chapel. This is a people or a person who is the most common in our forest and smells quite rotten. And actually, there's a few that smell rather horrible, but they always it's always just one coming and going.
Okay, so you haven't seen her lately, or what?
Well, I mean, it's not really just
Yeah.
Oh, dang, now I feel left out. My computer died, so I had to plug it in.
I haven't seen one of these smelly ones lately. No, I mean perhaps in
Any other things that would be dangerous around here that you've seen?
Dangerous to you? No, not. I mean, not in particular. No.
All right.
I'd
Well,
say the last smelly one to come by came about 2 weeks ago, and sure, the fox didn't say like week because it doesn't understand. So half of the turn of the moon ago or whatever.
Well, thanks for the help, Fox. We'll see if we can find this person.
Okay.
See you around.
Good luck. If you keep your nose open, it won't be too hard.
Okay.
So there goes that. Now Veneer turns around and sees Carm floating in midair above the chapel.
I was laughing so hard because every time Philip was talking, I was imagining the fox going bing, 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 bing. I'm sorry. It's just I had to explain why I was ballistic. I'm good. I'm good.
He's not in midair. He's on top of the chapel now.
Okay.
The chapel's 20 feet tall.
He had been climbing a lot.
What? Did you say chapel's 20 feet?
That's what somebody had said. I think they were contesting the idea that he could have reached the top of the chapel, and I was saying he had already been climbing a ways, so he could be there.
Well, I can raise him 20 feet every turn, which is about 6 seconds. So
And it lasts 10 minutes, so you're fine.
yeah. So
Man,
Hey, just keep him up as high as you can.
I guess
You can do this to me without me.
Keep going.
Carm, do you want to go higher since I start raising Carm higher?
I feel like I'm grabbing onto the side of this building.
That sounds plausible.
I think technically, you wouldn't really be able to get him above 60 feet because then he would be out of range.
Oh, right. True.
But we can say that he's still reached like the top of the chapel between your antics and his natural climbing ability. So, Carm, are you just looking out?
He's looking up at the sky.
I just wanted to see if I can climb this thing. Also, I yell out to Veneer, like, look at me, what I've accomplished.
And then I take out my longbow and see if I can shoot an arrow at him and hit the floor right underneath him, or the roof right underneath him.
I use my reaction to deflect missile.
Okay, so I think we're kind of reaching the end of the evening here. It would probably help us pick up next time if you guys had all kind of like reconvened, and we did that.
Oh yeah, reconvene in the chapel.
All over the place right now. Is that?
So, I mean, I feel like we should probably just continue from here because, like, we have this plan set up, and it's not like we're taking a long rest right now.
Right.
So I think it's fine that we just continue our investigation from here because it may or may not, up to your discretion, obviously, be important that we place that investigation trap,
Yeah, I wasn't gonna have you guys like leave or anything. I was just gonna say instead of having Carm on the roof of the chapel, Veneer out in the woods, Phoenix here, and Gallandan there, just saying I'll meet up in the chapel. But I mean, we can do that next round. The start of next week too. That's just
Sure. So did Carm see anything from up high?
he said he just went up there to see if he could climb it. I'm not sure.
Yeah, so if we're continuing just shortly, yeah, you want to maybe cast that on me because I'll do what you want.
What?
And he'll actually look around.
He'll actually, look
I'll
around.
actually perceive things.
I don't want to use another spell slot, so I'm just going to yell at Carm. Carm, look around, man.
Okay, I'm going to look around.
And
Oh god.
Oh, Jesus!
Everything's so small from up here.
But I'm not going to tell anybody that.
wait, what did you actually roll? I didn't have
Respond
my
in
computer.
some way to your terrible perception.
He rolled a 1.
Wow.
Yeah, he should see something. He should respond,
I see trees.
I yelled down to Alden. I said, you should look at the view from here.
I would be interested in
Oh,
doing
wait,
so.
you can't.
Oh.
Yes, he can. Yes, he can.
What happened?
He
You
can do
just
it. You should do it.
Wait, what?
I know. I want to.
Wait, to
It's
do
one of
what?
my spells.
No, he he pissed me off. But I'm not going to do anything. It's fine.
Oh, man.
Scared.
Because no, I was going to do damage because that's the kind of guy I am, but I'm not going to do that because
Is there any
That's-
loose rocks I can pick up?
No.
Top of the chapel.
Oh,
don't you have a weapon you can throw at him? You can totally do that.
I have a javelin.
Yeah.
Yeah, throw it at him. Back up. I can pick up the javelin that you missed.
So then, when the spell ends, the target floats gently to the ground. So, when
Okay.
I'm gonna bring Carm down.
I
now.
forgot about that.
I'm hanging on.
I think the regrouping is probably not happening tonight.
Oh, it's
Veneer.
Well, we can say that we did, but we're just like fucking around at this point.
Okay. All right. So next week, wow. Next week we'll pick up with you guys kind of in a group in the central chapel
Sure.
and continue the search for Randall.
Yeah. We have 0 leads to go off of, though. Is that right?
That's pretty
wow.
much right.
We're on a wild
We're
goose.
kind of hoping that we put a lot of our money on that investigation trap that we put down there.
That's true. It'll pan out. That was a good idea.
If it doesn't,
It was a decent idea of a combination of different class skills, but we'll see if it pans out to anything.
All right. Cool.
Can I throw my rock at Alden now?
You don't have a rock.
I
javelin?
do. I picked up a rock that
You mean your javelin?
picked up in the
Grab a
tunnel.
roof tile, like a tile from the roof.
No, it was we were escaping the tunnel. I said, "Can I pick up one of those?"
Go
Yeah,
right
yeah.
ahead. I have no qualms about this.
You should throw the javelin.
But you have disadvantage
Wait, why?
because I'm doing a thing. Don't worry about it.
What would I roll for it?
Athletics.
Just roll a regular attack. Just don't consider the damage.
Like a
But it should be like it should be a dex attack.
That kind.
So a 10, you miss.
That's
No, that wasn't me. I mean, that was me. I was just showing you something like that.
Mm-hmm.
what dex? Unskilled dex?
You see it like bounce off of a purple aura around me.
Gosh,
Harm hasn't
Alden,
done
you're
anything
weird.
That was
No,
Phoenix.
hasn't.
I was just showing him.
Oh.
Ooh.
Wow.
If I remember right, that misses.
Well, he should actually be adding his proficiency, I believe. I mean, if you call a rock.
No, a rock is an improvised weapon. You have no proficiency modifier to improvised weapons.
Mm.
Should have threw that javelin. John.
Shit on the javelin.
Should have done the javelin.
I didn't want to kill the guy.
Should have
No, you
dented
would
it.
have missed. I would have went up and picked up the javelin, put it back in my
Does
backpack.
that miss? Alden?
That misses if it's an improvised weapon as a rock.
What, so your AC is like 17 or something?
It is 17.
Oh. All right.
But it got pretty close.
So you don't even see the purple shimmer. It legit misses.
I just wanted to scare him anyways.
Yeah, I'm still stone faced. I just look at you, shrug.
All right. Well, you guys can, continue to do whatever it is you're doing. I think we'll make a formal call to end the evening.
Oh, I wish I would have rolled that. Dang it.
Well, that's an investigation.
Yeah, earlier.
Oh, I
got
see.
7.
No re-rolls, Kevin.
Apparently, my only good rolls are in battle. I think that's.
Yeah.
Hey,
Okay.
those are the good places
Those
to
are the
do
good
it.
ones. Not that one.
What
Not
the
that
hell? What? Oh, is that the name of your weapon? Fiend bleed?
A sword.
That's what he said.
Yeah, fiend bleed.
Say that
Cool.
10 times fast.
No.
So I still have not attuned to this vital pendant of malediction. So I
Right.
have not gained the HP yet. Just FYI.
Yeah, so I mean, it's up to you guys if you want to say, like, during this gap in time, if you take a short rest, no one's actually injured, so I think the only thing that would really gain you is that attunement. But it's like 1 o'clock in the afternoon for you guys right now. You haven't eaten.
Let's
Yeah,
rest
eat
and
with the
eat
fox.
during this break. That's what I'm going to do.
Did you say sleep?
Eat.
Eat. It's fine with me. I mean, so just to be clear, like for D&D sake, you technically only need to eat once a day because either the inn covers your lifestyle expenses, or you have food that covers your day of food needs. So just keep that in mind when you're thinking about like deducting gold and stuff. It's you really only need to eat once because that's how it's designed.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, we can't go back to the inn anymore.
Yeah.
True.
Jeez.
Yeah, someone got us kicked out.
Someone did.
Amber.
I don't respond to that.
Somewhat on Galazan. Terrible.
And now we're on a wild goose chase for no reward
Well, on that
whatsoever.
note, shouldn't we call it quits for the night?
Hey, I'm gonna be on. You guys we can have fun for a while. You can if you're done, you're done. Go on.
Yeah, I'm probably going to go on, so I'll stop the broadcast. So you know.
Oh, you could have done that like 30 minutes ago.
We'll see you guys.
Maybe he killed you with that rock.
Bye.
See ya.
See ya.
See you in like a fortnight.
Oh, I messaged everybody a video of Peyton singing "What Does the Fox Say" like a long time ago. So
Oh my God! No way.
Yeah.
That's amazing.